hello, Bird. Good to have you back in here with us.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay.
That's a man faking a woo if I've ever heard one.
Did that sound fake?
Yeah.
Let me
Woo!
redo that. Woo! Is that better?
Okay, that's better.
All right.
Don't overdo it.
You're right.
That might be all you got.
Yeah.
One woo in you, and that's it.
He just blew his woo. He's done. There you go. You were COVID negative. You took the test yesterday?
I was COVID negative, so that's good.
Okay. That is a good sign.
It's a good sign. So we're going to hold on to the good.
Okay.
That's it. You got to just hold on to the good.
Yeah.
So it just maybe a little touch of bug or something.
You know, I don't know. COVID kind of weirded me out because people were getting sick during COVID that didn't have COVID, and then people thought they were faking. So I got this weird thing where if it's not COVID, then what the heck is it? Can you just get a temperature and it just be a little bug?
Totally.
Yeah, we didn't stop having flu.
Yeah.
But is that considered the flu if you have a temperature, or is that can just be a bug?
It could be strep. It could be the
Yeah.
flu. It could be a cold, a common cold. I mean, there's so many things it could still be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just your body fighting off funk. That's what that fever's all about. So he's here. He's back with us. We'll see what we get out of him today.
Don't expect much.
Yeah.
Turn down your woo. We don't need any more woo.
No more woos.
No more woo.
I'll reel it in.
You're gonna give everything you got and then pass out.
Yeah. He had to get in here because today's National Grilled Cheese Day.
Oh.
It didn't feel right missing today.
Yeah, he couldn't miss that, Virginia.
I wish I would have known. I would have brought in the goodies.
You know, I was going to, I had it all set up in the refrigerator ready to go. And this morning I was thinking, I don't think I'm down with grilled cheese today. It would have been a woo grilled cheese party.
Woo.
Just not there, huh?
Yeah. For some reason I'm just a little off.
Okay. Well, it's whatever little funk you got. But, good to have you back in here with us. So we got Jaybird in here, and we've also got a big day, too, of winning. It is Double Your Paycheck back today, 9 a.m. We're going to call it another name. And then the top of every hour for the next 9 hours through 5 p.m. We're going to be calling off names. You call us back in 10 minutes to 877-979-9763. That's 877-979-WRMF. You will be doubling your paycheck all day today.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Other than being a little down and out, what you thinking about today, Bird?
So I thought this was kind of a funny clip. Maybe it's not funny. I am not feeling well, so my humor could be off. But somebody, and it's in the Vox Pro, Kev, somebody took all of Michael Jackson's sounds he made during Smooth Criminal, that's not a word.
Okay.
And they put a montage together, and this is what they came up with. And for whatever reason, this made me giggle this morning.
This is the song?
Yes.
Okay. And there you go.
It sounds insane.
Yeah,
There you go. Every time you need a woo, just hit that.
that's right.
That's way too much woo.
Let him woo for you.
He's there to help you out. Yeah, he's got you.
Sounds like a maniac.
He's got you covered. How about that?
That's all I got. It made me giggle.
Okay. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, you know it's Easter in the Sinicki house when a package arrives from Panda's stepmom. She sends us chocolates every year.
Yeah.
And for some reason, every Easter, she sends the children penis chocolates.
Yeah, I see that.
It's
Yeah.
tradition.
It is a tradition. And
Okay.
every year, I'm still confused.
You're like, okay, yeah.
I don't get it, but
All right.
Who is this again? This is on.
this is Panda's stepmom. So it's not his real mother. His dad got remarried, and it's to a woman that loves to cook and make sweets and treats. She sends us a beautiful box at Christmas, and then she sends a beautiful box at Easter. Christmas, no penises. Easter, chocolate penises.
Well, it's an interesting way to celebrate the resurrection of our Lord and Savior. But,
The Lord
you know,
is risen, and so has other stuff.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that's what it is.
Where do they live at? Up north?
They live in Buffalo.
Okay, so they don't listen to the show.
I hope not.
Well,
Or maybe you hope so.
they would know you get offended. You're not offended.
No, I'm not offended. I'm just confused.
Yeah, confused. Yeah. It's
And
like,
I
okay.
certainly can't give Rocco Or Mags.
Yeah.
I have to
Doesn't
eat these.
feel right.
Now I have to eat all the chocolate penises. I can give them to the children.
Is it all show and no go? What's the chocolate taste like? Is it good chocolate?
It's actually good chocolate.
Okay.
Hey, you want to get down on this chocolate penis?
In a little bit, I will.
Okay, all right.
Let my stomach settle.
Okay.
All it takes is one still shot of that.
Yeah. There's so many pictures out there, Kevin.
If I get
Yeah.
one picture of you getting down on it, I'm
Yeah.
going to change your profile, all your profile pics.
You thought it's been tough fending off little ladies? Just wait till the gay gentlemen see you chowing down on that little snack. That might change things. What I got on my mind here today, I had this a couple months ago. I have got an ingrown hair in my nose. and
Again?
I think it's like the same one, and it just has kind of been laying there, and then it just reflares itself, and I don't know what the heck to do, because it's the craziest thing, because, your nose, your nostril comes down, kind of starts to curl up, and it's like right underneath that little lip of whatever it is of your nostril right there.
The
And
nostril
it's just-
bridge area.
Yeah, it goes up and under and in, so it's the toughest thing. I had like a safety pin. I was trying to hopefully maybe get lucky, and that hurt like crazy.
You'll scar yourself.
Don't do that.
Well, I'm like, I don't know what else to do. Like,
You might
what do
need-
you do?
You might need to go to an esthetician, and you might need to have that little follicle lasered so that it never grows back. Because if it keeps doing this to you, you can laser the root and it will kill the hair. The hair will never
I don't
grow
even know
back.
how you would get to it. That's the only problem that I have, because it's almost like you have to turn my nose inside out.
They might be
to
able
do
to
it.
use a little mirror.
Yeah, I
Like
just
how
wonder
the
if they could even get
dentist-
to it. It's crazy.
The dentist has that little mirror. If they had that, they'd
yeah.
probably be able to see
But
it.
you need a little tiny one even on top of that. Not
little
even like the
baby.
regular one.
Maybe like a little baby
May-
mirror.
Yeah, that's
May-
what I'm wondering. Like, I feel like just what do you do about something like this?
Maybe they got a probe of sorts that just gets in there and zaps any of the
I'm wondering.
roots.
Yeah.
I think V's right. I think it can keep coming back on the same root. I thought I read that somewhere.
Well, if it already has.
Yeah, it is. It's
then,
just
yeah,
and it's not fully gone away. It's kind of the point where it wasn't that bad, but it'll get to the point where it flares up so much you can see the red all the way through the nose. It looks like I got a red nose. It's terribly painful.
What do you mean, Rudolph?
I know, right?
You do have a red nose.
Yeah, it is. You can see it's red. Part of it's me, and I'm trying not to touch it, but oh my gosh, it's so bothersome.
1 to 10 on the pain scale, where's it at?
I mean, when you touch it, it flares up really good. I'd say it's a solid 8 because it's just that quick, like, ow, man. And it's not, I mean, anything like life or death, but it's
No, but it's very
it's
The
one of those
inside of
ones-
your nose is very sensitive.
Yeah,
It hurts like a bee.
it's the craziest thing.
If you had to sneeze right now, does it give it relief or great pain?
No, it's more any kind of movement around. It's not comfortable. So yeah, it doesn't give you any relief. Yeah, it would give you pain if anything.
So I wish I could heal your nose.
I wish you could too.
Maybe
I
I
wish
should
you
do-
had that ability.
Maybe that Mr. Miyagi thing where you rub your hands together and then put it on the injured area.
I don't know. You're going to go there and give him your
A
cold.
dude with a fever going to be rubbing around inside my nose? Yeah, that's probably not the best choice.
I don't have a fever anymore.
Now you have an
today.
ingrown hair and a fever,
Yeah.
Kevin. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, there you go.
My fever broke.
Let the sick guy come breathe on you.
I still might be sick, but my fever broke.
Yeah, I think I'll skip the treatment there. So. Yeah, if anybody's got, I guess I got to find a place that deals with ingrown nose hairs.
Well, I got a place. You let me
Okay.
know.
Yeah, I might have to.
Begin anew.
Yeah.
They've got
Okay.
all those lasers. They got the hair removal lasers. And Miss Faith is a really good esthetician, so she could probably get in there with the little baby mirror.
Okay, all right.
Hook you up.
Okay. One other thing I wanted to throw in here because it's on my mind, and I know it doesn't really fit in any other part of the show, but I had just seen Ozzy Osbourne finished his new album.
Okay.
Unbelievable,
Sherry
man.
will not let him rest.
No, I don't know when it's coming out, but yeah, he announced it's all done. It's in the bag, and they just got to produce it and put it out now. But I mean, good for him, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got to tell you, honestly, because I've been a lifelong Ozzy fan, and his music still is pretty solid. It still holds up. And I've heard from, because he gets really great musicians to play around him, rock musicians, the drummers and guitarists, and he's had the same one. Zach Wilde forever has been on and off with Ozzy, and they're just all phenomenal. And I've heard they kind of talk about saying, hey, look, they kind of look over Ozzy and they're like, we can't be the first to put out a bad Ozzy album. So they really all kind of work together and help prop Ozzy up and help him out. So, yeah, dude's like, what, 70-something?
Wow.
I mean, just unreal. And he doesn't do like, Tony Bennett, I get it. He does kind of quiet, softer music. You can see being 90 and doing Tony Bennett music, but Ozzy doesn't do the quietest, calmest music.
I know he doesn't rock like Ozzy, but our boy Paul McCartney, he still does. I mean, that guy's in his 80s.
Yeah. There's a few that are doing that. The boss, Bruce Springsteen, John Mellencamp recently come out with stuff. So some of the old dogs still kicking around and doing some new stuff. So if you like Ozzy like I do, you got new Ozzy on the way. I appreciate all the help. I was telling you about my painful ingrown nose hair. Terrible. People sending in advice on how to handle these kind of things. It says, avoid tweezing or plucking other nose hairs while you've got an ingrown nose hair. I did not know that. Okay, so leave the other ones alone. Use a warm compress to reduce swelling and inflammation, and then apply a small amount of natural antiseptic like tea tree oil. Okay, I need to get some tea tree oil in that.
They say ingrown hairs, especially, you can get them down in your pubic bone area. They say don't ever try to pluck that. You can leave scarring, too. You got to be careful with all that.
And then you look like you got some kind of infection.
Then it looks worse, yeah.
Well, yeah, you're not a doctor. You don't have doctor hands.
Got to stay away. So thank you very much for that advice. Do appreciate it. All right, I got some random questions to throw at you here today to get your responses on. First question I got for you here today. All right, tell me this. What regret do you have from your teenage years?
Oh, boy.
What regret do you have from your teenage years? If you could go back to high school and change one thing, what would it be, Bird?
Not enjoying playing baseball. I loved it so much, but I stressed myself out that I don't think I really enjoyed it. And I would have done better in school. I was a real sandbagger. I did the bare minimum. I wish I would have tried harder in school.
Yeah.
Learn more. If I would have applied myself, I'd have probably saved some money with college, too.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are kind of looking at that. Just it's amazing to see those people that are like so dialed in at such a young age and have got it together. You're just like, gosh, man, whatever happened? Why was I such a screwball?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you just see that. You're like, gosh, man. I saw today, there's this kid from Panama City. His name's Jonathan Walker. He's a student who's been accepted to 27 colleges and universities, Harvard, Yale, Penn, MIT.
Wow.
He's got $4 million in scholarship offers.
Whoa.
And he's in the process of obtaining a patent for a device that he invented to help the deaf and blind. This kid's not even in college yet.
Yeah, he's setting himself up to beat life.
Yeah. I'm like, gosh, you want to talk about the polar opposite of me in high school.
Or he's peaking now, and then next year, it's all downhill.
But even if he peaks with all that, he's better than 95% of humans on planet Earth. He's done more.
What childhood obsessions... I'm sorry. Let me get yours, Virginia, real quick. What do you ever regret?
Yeah, I probably should have. I worked when I was in high school, and so I probably should have taken some of the money that I earned, and instead of going out clubbing, I should have invested in math tutoring. Because math is what ended up bringing me down. I could not get math, and that's one of the glaring reasons I didn't finish college. I could not get past college algebra.
Well, yeah, because I was the same way. I had to take college algebra in the summertime at nighttime because they cut out so many chapters, and then they just gave me that buffet of math. Here you go. Here's a little bit of geometry, just a hair of algebra for that second math to get the 2 credits you needed.
Yeah, in high school, I did summer school in my junior year and my senior year for math, and I think they just passed me. They were like, ugh, this girl's annoying, just pass her, because I still didn't have the skills to pull it off.
Okay.
I should have taken that money and got a private tutor and tried to figure it out.
Yeah, math always made me so angry. Oh, I would be so mad when they would teach me math as a kid.
I just sucked
Yeah.
at
I
it.
just was so bad at it.
I think sometimes you're just not good at it.
Yeah.
It just happens. Your brain just. I see people that are good at math and it's easy for them. Their brain just is wired that way that it works out for them. And I don't know. I guess maybe you could get to a level where you're functional, but I don't know that you'd ever have that where numbers just slow down and make sense to you.
Well, I wasn't interested in it either, so I didn't pay it. If I wasn't interested, I would start to daydream. I never paid attention in math because
Yeah.
it was. Oh, once they started talking about integers,
It's
and,
awful.
Oh,
Awful.
dividing fractions, Virginia.
Yeah. One thing, if I could go back, I mean, I got a lot of screwball things that I would have changed, but I think screwing around and not taking Spanish in high school. Man, now I'm like, well, gosh, really should have done that.
I would have lifted weights too in high school.
Oh, you would
For
have?
baseball, my approach towards baseball was all wrong.
All wrong,
All
huh?
wrong.
Okay, all wrong. Okay, what was your biggest fear when you were 12 years old? Remember back to a 12-year-old you, and what was your biggest fear? I would say that mine was probably, that was when I was really in the stage where I was probably my biggest for Fat Kevin status. And so my biggest fear was, I think, just being made fun of for my weight and all that stuff. And so I hated that. It was probably my biggest dread that I had going on. As either that or getting my butt kicked by one of the Conleys. But other than that.
That's not an irrational fear.
No, that wasn't irrational.
Yeah, that's
at all.
irrational.
No,
Those
that
boys
wasn't
like
irrational.
to kick butt.
Yeah, you just never knew when it was your day. I mean, it was just kind of at random draw who Don was going to beat up on that day. Do you remember back to your biggest fear when you were 12, Virginia?
Yeah, there was something kind of traumatic that I witnessed when I was 12. So my mom and dad, this is before they got divorced. They were still together when I was 12. They used to do like community theater.
Okay.
And so me and my sister, we used to go with them to all of their practices and rehearsals, and then we would go to the performances. And so they were in this performance of this like musical, and there was a full packed cafeteria. It was going on like in a school cafeteria, but inside the cafeteria, like the ceilings were super high.
Okay.
It was like the size of a gymnasium on the inside. Like that's how tall the ceiling was. And there was lights up in the ceiling. And some of the people that were working on the production had gone up in the ceiling to fix one of the lights that was burnt out.
Okay.
And I don't know what happened, but this chick that was on the production crew made a wrong step when she was up in the ceiling, 3 stories up.
Oh, dang.
Fell through the ceiling and then landed right in the middle of where the crowd was all sitting waiting for the performance.
Gosh.
And I was right there.
That's terrifying.
Like 15 feet from it. I saw her land and I was like, oh my gosh. And it was horrible. It was, from that day forward, I always like worried about accidents, injuries, falling.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So that was always in my head because I saw how traumatic it was.
So when you met me, you're probably just worried sick all the time because I am always falling and there's always an accident.
That's crazy. What about you, Jay Bird?
12 is when I personally think I had a mental breakdown at 12
Okay.
in front of that big building. I was playing tennis with my sister and I really do think it was a nervous breakdown. And from that day on, I struggled with large structures, buildings,
Okay.
stadiums. And it was around age 12. So
Wow.
probably large structures of sorts.
Okay. What childhood obsessions do you have to this day? What'd you say? I would say my biggest one is music. I'm still very much the same way. When I was a kid, I love music, and to this day, you can, just throw all kinds of 80s music at me, and that was a lot of what I did. As an only kid, so I had a lot of time to kind of like spend alone, so I love music and know most of the artists, even the obscure ones from the 80s, and I'm still that way today. I'm like crazy about organizing playlists and still love finding new music, so I would say music's still my big obsession that I've maintained through all these years. What about you, Virginia?
When I was like that age, my school did this initiative with the local CBS affiliate, and they would ask kids questions in school about the news the night before.
Yeah.
So I started watching the news so I could get all the questions right the next day.
Yep.
And I started loving the news, and still to this day, I watch the news every night. I
Okay.
watch like those news journalism programs on the weekends. I just love them.
Okay. Love of news.
Yeah.
What about you, Bird?
Action figures, pizza, microwave, Billy Joel, and serial killers.
So basically still everything.
I haven't changed much since probably around age 5. I've been kind of consistent.
Still the same.
You know what you're going to get.
You know what you're going to get. Okay, other than your mother, what's one thing you had as a child that you wish you had now? When you think back.
Other than your mother, you say?
Other than your mother, yeah, because that's if you're one of us that's lost their mother. I mean, that clearly is the one thing you'd be like, yeah, bring the mom back, but that's the one that's exempt. So other than your mother, what's the one thing that you had as a child that you wish you had now? Is there anything that jumps out to you, Bird?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I got a couple. Johnson, our bird, that died.
Oh, wow.
We
Okay.
loved Johnson.
Okay.
Was he big?
He wasn't that big. My little sister named him, and she couldn't really say his name. She was trying to say Jonathan, but it came out Johnson, so we named it Johnson. And then sweet Charlie. Sweet
Okay.
Charlie, dog of my childhood,
Okay.
passed away. Obviously, he's not 50.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see Charlie.
Okay. Some animals. What about you, Virginia?
I wish I would have held on to my first car, because my first car was a car that my dad had purchased in 1975. And when my parents divorced, my dad left the car at my mom's house. And then, my mom married a mechanic, so he fixed that car up. And so in the early 90s, I was driving the same car that my dad had driven in 1975. But then when I went away to college, I sold that car in Baton Rouge, and I bought myself a Honda from it. And I wish I would have held on to that 1974 Ford Mustang.
Dang, I didn't know we could do items.
Yeah. You want to change it? Go ahead.
Kinda, yeah. I had a Native American Indian doll that had its left hand missing.
Okay.
And it was that doll had magic. My mom and Ann sold it at a garage sale.
Oh, no. They sold your magic doll?
And then I bought it again 3 or 4 years later at another garage sale. And then I lost it. But there's this Native American doll out there it's missing a hand. It's got crayon on its butt. And it is from the 80s. I would do anything to have
What
that
did you
thing.
do to its butt with a crayon?
It wasn't me. We had a lot of kids. We wrote on everything with crayons.
Okay. That was just what you did, huh?
We always got in trouble. Yeah, put down the Bible. You're writing with the crayons. Someone got in trouble for writing in the Bible.
Right in the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Weren't allowed to do that, huh?
Well, I guess
You shouldn't.
it doesn't sound right.
I know plenty of people write their Bibles. I don't know if they use crayon.
Yeah, it was doodles. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jesus would be cool.
Yeah.
You were,
Drew a picture of Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson was an innocent
That you
bird.
wouldn't probably want to drive it. Yeah.
Don't you dare talk dirty about
You're
Johnson.
the one that named him after a penis.
I did
Don't get
not.
mad at me.
My sister
Where's your
Becky
bird
did.
hung?
No bird.
What color was he?
Our hamsters. One of our hamsters was definitely hung.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but that's a different story for a different time, kids.
What was his name? Peter?
We'll go.
All your pets only had penis
Phallic
names.
Yeah.
Dog's name was Tool.
Yeah, I think if I had to go back, the one thing, I've got a lot of stuff. My parents were good at, they held on to a lot of stuff. So it's kind of fun and nostalgic to go back and see some of the old stuffed animals or Matchbox cars or something like that.
Lunchboxes,
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of that. My mom did give me a box not too long ago of all my little trophies and stuff that I won when I
Yeah.
was little. That's kind of neat. I tucked it away, and I'm going to keep it tucked away, and then maybe like in 10 years, go dig it out.
First place in the witch contest.
You bet your ass.
I had a moped back in the day, and honestly now, I really wish I had a moped. I think it's so, like in South Florida.
Yes, me too. I had a moped in Baton Rouge, and I zipped around LSU on it. It was so fun.
Were you fat Kevin during the moped years?
No, that was right when I got over my fatness, and I was mullet rebellious Kev.
What a phase.
Red, yeah.
Look
red
out, ladies.
moped. Yeah.
I had a red one too.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Oh, by the way, your horrific story of the person that fell, people want to know, did she pass away?
She did not pass away, but she landed on her face and she knocked every tooth out of her mouth. And they rushed her to the hospital. She was like in a body cast for like 6 months.
So she wished she had died.
I'm sure she has severe physical pain probably to this day, but she did not pass away. Her name was Bernadette. I will never forget for as long as I live.
This is a play, right?
They were putting on a musical.
Now, I have to ask this tough
It was
question.
local community theater.
I'm
Okay.
a journalist, so I have to ask this question. It's a tough question. Did the show go on? Because they always say the show must go
The
on.
show did not go on
Okay.
because the ambulance came and they didn't want to move her.
She ruined it for everybody.
She was making noises that I will never forget.
Okay, all right.
For the rest of my life.
How do you make a horrific story even more horrific? Let Virginia talk more than
It-
30
Oh, yeah.
Was scarring.
You can tell she wants to really
She
give
does.
it to us.
It's not bad enough.
If I have to
Yeah.
go through it, you got to go through
It's
it.
not bad enough. Let me ramp it up a bit more.
And how offensive is that saying in the theater where break a leg? You think she wants to hear that?
Something tells me she got out of theater after that.
Leg, neck, arm, teeth,
She was messed
face.
up.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Kevin, the sound.
The sounds,
The noises.
the screaming, the agony.
It was bad.
Thank you, Virginia. An uplifting story.
You're welcome.
Okay, Florida is getting good marks in one thing today and bad marks in another category. I guess you can't win them all, right? So what do you want, the good or the bad first? What do we
Always
do well?
lead with the bad.
Always lead with the bad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Florida is not really good for teachers. 6th worst state in America for teachers.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Have fun with those calls, Denny's.
Yeah. Not good according to this latest study that's out. They have Florida ranking 44th for salary and compensation and 48th for work environment.
So what does that mean? That means the teachers aren't...
Our
getting
teachers
the-
need to be paid more, and compared to other states, they're not making enough. So when it comes to salary, we rank 44th. And then work environment. I don't know what it is about the work environment that's making it bad in Florida, but we rank 48th for that. That's not a good mark. When you consider you got maybe 50, and if you throw in territories, what, you're talking 52, something like that. So it's not a good number.
I wish they told us what that meant, though. Like, why is it so bad? What are they listing? I mean, I know they're saying it's 48, but what makes it so...
The work environment.
Yeah.
I think it's probably just stress, students, faculty, things like that.
Low pay.
Well, yeah. They do rank pretty well, though, in work benefits, number 6. So that's the one thing that kind of brings it up. So the work benefits are good. Salary's poor. Work environment's poor. And overall, student performance ranks 33rd. So that's kind of where Florida is when it comes to education. So that's not the best.
It's not the worst, though. Let's focus
It's
on
not
that.
the worst. It's 6th worst for teachers. Where Florida does well, though, also ranking 6th for 6th best when it comes to how we handled the pandemic. There is a recent study put out by the National Bureau of Economic Research that states that basically the states that had the harshest lockdowns had the most devastating impact on the public.
Interesting.
They say New York, New Jersey, California, and Illinois were some of the worst states, causing high death rates, the effects on kids' education, businesses, and overall, they were given an F grade, those states. Meanwhile, the states that allowed their residents more freedom as COVID swept across the country appeared to fare better over the last 2 years. And they put Florida down as 6th best in the country. So there you go.
I think we're like 1 or 2 in lightning strikes, 1 or 2 in shark attacks. So, you know.
Yeah, that's all the bad. Yeah, there's a lot of, If you really want to roll out the things that we do really bad in, you're going to be here a while packing lunch. we got a lot to talk about. So there you go. There's some of the good and the bad. Any thoughts as to why? Yeah, I'd be kind of curious. I'd really like to see the teacher thing get up. That'd be something I think we need to shine a spotlight on and say, what the heck is going on? I mean, you got to pay these teachers better, right?
Yeah, I wonder how much less it is than. So, I mean, what state gives the most to teachers on the reg? I mean, I know you don't have those. No, I would just like to see how
focused
far.
on Florida.
I would like to see how far it is from the other states and how little does Florida really make.
Yeah.
And also, could you let me know what the temperature is in every state today?
I can try that. Yeah.
Got a lot of nerve,
I
lady.
didn't know that I was going to break down all 50.
Are always asking Kevin ridiculous.
I would like to need to know Puerto Rico as well.
Get out of here! I'm asking fair questions. You're crazy.
Some of the teachers sounding off, they said, yeah, the bad part in Florida, aside from the salary, is the continuous adding on of duties. That and all the mandated testing. All the time we're not allowed to teach because of this mandated testing is ridiculous. So there you go. So they say that is a part of it. And I know they're going to be changing that. I think they're getting rid of the annual tests and they're going to be doing more quarterly testing. They think it's going to pretty much take up about the same amount of time, though. So if that was one of your complaints, then, yeah, you'll still have to do that. Okay, here we go. Crazy stuff here. Got the teachers kind of sounding off. We were talking about the good and bad reports that are out about Florida. 6 in both categories. 6 worst in teaching, 6 best when it came to pandemic response. That's what they're saying today, according to 2 different studies. Trying to unpack exactly what it is about the teaching thing. They talked about work environment, and one teacher texted in, and she said, yeah, the work environment, we really can't discipline the kids, and the kids are in charge, and we have to basically just take it. So that is one of the tough things about the work environment.
That's what a lot of my teacher friends say. They go, can't discipline them. If a kid throws an egg at you, you got to take it.
That's tough.
Oof.
That is a real tough place to be. Talking about the testing, somebody said, yeah, they're getting rid of the yearly FSA test, but they're adding in progress monitoring, and that just means actually more testing. So the teachers that were complaining about that, they're not happy about the new changes made there.
I know they don't like when somebody goes in the classroom and monitors them, watching their every move. It'd be like a boss coming, over your shoulder doing the dirt, Virginia. You'd hate that, wouldn't you?
Totally.
Watching your every move.
I try to avoid bosses at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to pay, heard a good bit about that. Somebody said Palm Beach County teachers do not get bereavement, maternity leave, and the county only wants to give us a 1% raise when inflation is up 7%, and we can't even afford to live here. So that's a really good point. I mean, come on. Somebody else said, I'm a teacher, and it's mid-April, and the school board and teachers still haven't decided on a raise for this school year, and there's only 6 weeks left.
Dang.
Yeah, pay seems to be the number one complaint that we're getting as teachers are texting into us right now. One text here says, my wife is a teacher, and for 15 years at the same school, she only makes $13.21 an hour. She's currently looking for a new job. Somebody else who said they moved to Palm Beach County from Philadelphia and lost $30,000 in salary as a teacher.
Wow.
See, that ain't-
30 grand.
30 grand. You're talking about comparing to other places.
That's crazy.
But somebody explains, they say requirements for teaching are also more lenient here compared to other states. So it's another reason why the pay is less.
Gotcha.
But it just seems like right now education in Florida is an issue. I mean, 6 worst. You can't be like that. It's crazy. So I don't know. So we got to get that kind of figured out. Somebody said Broward County's not much better. They gave us a 0.08% raise.
Oh, it's almost like, really?
It's just, honestly, at that
It's
point, it
insulting.
really is insulting more. It's like, thanks. Gosh, that's crazy stuff. Yeah, Florida's got to figure out a way to do better because that is just not good enough.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, if you were watching Instagram yesterday and watching Britney Spears' account, which I have definitely been glued to the Britney Spears Instagram. It's fascinating. She announced yesterday that she and her fiance are expecting a baby.
What?
Okay.
Britney pregnant? Question mark.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oops, I did it again. I didn't see that at all today. That headline.
She also added she won't be going out in public because she wants to keep the pregnancy a off the tabloids. No paparazzi pictures of her pregnant, she said. Her man, Sam, took to social media and said, marriage and kids are a natural part of a strong relationship filled with love and respect. Fatherhood is something I have always looked forward to and I don't take lightly. It is the most important job I will ever do. So,
Okay. All right.
there you go. Britney Spears possibly having another baby.
How about that, huh?
Fascinating.
Kev, it's it's a big day.
It is a big day.
It's National Grilled Cheese Day. On top of all this news,
Yeah.
Oh, nothing's better than carbs and cheese when you're pregnant.
I would make a very good pregnant woman.
You've been eating like you're pregnant for the past 15 years.
I might be pregnant now.
Well, Ed Sheeran is now writing down and filming every single session that he has when he's doing lyrics and music. So he's writing everything and documenting it with video cameras. He says he never wants to go through what he just went through, which was this whole copyright case.
But how many songs has he been said to have stolen? We're talking at least 3 that I know of. The one thing you're about to play, this clip of Ed, this is a different song that we've talked about before.
Huh. Okay. So this is a new one. Which one is this?
This was from 2017, but I think he's talking about it now.
Okay.
Do you regret settling them?
Personally, yes, and not from a financial point of view. It's from a actual heart. I didn't play Photograph for ages after that. I just stopped playing it. I felt weird about it. It kind of made me feel dirty. And we've now got to a point where we actually own all of the song again. We've managed to get all of our bits back, and again, not from a financial point of view, just to feel like it was our song again.
Yeah, he says the name of it, but he kind of slurs it, so I couldn't really understand what he says. But the article had mentioned a different song than the ones we had talked about in the past.
I think what he's saying is they made a payment to a person that was bringing forth a lawsuit just to make it go away. But
Yeah.
now it didn't hurt him so much financially, but it hurt him in the sense
Credibility.
that he feels like, wait a minute, this was my song and I listened to the lawyers and maybe I shouldn't have listened to the lawyers and I should have fought it because it made the song dirty.
Here's a little bit more to his comment.
So now I just film everything. Everything's on film, and we've had sort of claims come through on songs, and we go, well, here's the footage, and you watch, and you'll see that there's nothing there.
Isn't it weird how many songs how they keep going after him?
I think the more money you have, the more they come after you. And maybe once they see you settle once, people are like, oh, if we bring a case against Ed Sheeran, he'll settle with us and we'll make a few grand and call it good.
I'm just saying, how come it doesn't happen to other artists? I'm just wondering why it keeps happening to him. And I'm not an Ed Sheeran hater. I'm just asking questions. Every time you bring up him getting a lawsuit, it's a different song. It's crazy.
Yeah, I guess he's going to film them all now so that you can see every single writing session he does moving forward.
Okay. He'll show them.
Nelly was in Miami on Friday night. Did you see the video of Nelly on stage at 11? So he's up there and Nelly is rapping, and somebody from the balcony chucks an ice cube
Oh, boy.
and hits Nelly in the head with it.
Was it getting hot in there?
He stopped the show. Yeah, maybe they were just trying to cool him off because it was getting hot in here.
There you go.
Nelly was pissed. He wanted to go confront the person that threw the ice cube, but security held him back, and there was all kinds of yelling and screaming, and then it sounds like they finally got it under control and he finished the performance, but ooh.
This happens a lot during a show. Someone will throw something at the artist. The artist will get hit. They shut the show down and they want to fight the person. It kind of does kill the vibe of the concert a little bit.
But I don't blame him. I mean, if you get hit in the head with an ice cube,
Right.
and you look up and you can see exactly who did it, you do want to go and handle business.
That's what happened to the lead singer of Nickelback. He got hit in the head. I think they were playing in Germany. They were throwing rocks at him.
Yeah.
And he warned, he goes, if y'all want to party and rock and roll, or you want to throw stuff at us?
they want to rock and
They
roll.
threw something, immediately hit him in the head. He goes, all right, we're out of here. I mean,
Yeah.
unbelievable. It's like Virginia was throwing it.
That's crazy. So he did Tortuga over the weekend, and then he went to 11. And oddly enough, he's booked to be at 11 again this Saturday.
Wow, so he's still hanging around.
Yeah, I guess maybe they haven't canceled it yet.
Still throw anything at him.
Yeah.
That's what's going on in your dirt.
I wonder if they're going to have safety precautions so Nelly doesn't take another chunk of ice to the head.
Ice hurts, man.
It does, no doubt.
Well, if you
I
see
wouldn't be
him
happy
come
either.
out in a helmet, you know why.
He's actually going to need that Band-Aid on his face now. It's going to be legit. Got some celebrities having a birthday today. Let me see. Got a quick happy birthday shout out here to Brandon Urie. He's the lead singer of Panic at the Disco. He's turning 35 today. Claire Danes in Homeland. She's 43 today. Shannon Doherty turns 51. Andy Garcia, 66. David Letterman, 75. And Ed O'Neill turns 76 years old today. Also, happy 18th birthday to Sam Cohen. Your love. That's from Lauren. Sending that in here. So thank you very much. You got a birthday. You can let us know about it here on the KVJ Show. Send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com. Well, it's just kind of crazy because I felt like a madman after I talked about how Tom Brady could be coming to the Miami Dolphins, and then it just really died down real fast. And he's like, nope, going back to Tampa Bay. I'm like, okay, maybe that whole story was bunk. But now the story is coming out that Tom Brady pretty much was a done deal to the Miami Dolphins. And Virginia, he wasn't coming alone. He was bringing the Saints' former coach, Sean Payton, with him.
Interesting.
This would have really been, something for the Miami Dolphins. Now, I don't know how this is going to be received because, the Dolphins already do have a quarterback and they do now have a coach, and I don't know how they're going to feel with this, but yesterday basically it was confirmed that in late January, the Dolphins were trying to land Tom Brady as quarterback and Sean Payton as coach. And the plans apparently were undone because of Brian Flores' discrimination lawsuit against the NFL that involved Dolphins owner Steve Ross. Oh. So they had this whole plan on how they were going to work it. And then that lawsuit, people were like, I don't know, there's a lot of...
Too much heat.
Yeah. There was a lot of heat going on here, but they've worked out the timeline, and they're like, that all works out because Sean Payton resigned as the Saints coach on January 25th, but said he planned to coach again, and Tom Brady stepped away from the Buccaneers on February 1st, but didn't say he was retired or didn't even file the retirement paperwork that you traditionally do with the NFL. And the Dolphins are going to be introducing Tom Brady and team management before the February 13th Super Bowl, so that was all supposed to go down. He was going to be given an ownership role, too, similar to what Derek Jeter had with the Marlins, so he'd be playing for the Dolphins, but also be like a part owner. And I guess it looks like Tom Brady is kind of resettling down here in South Florida because he and Giselle, they have just built a lavish home on Indian Creek in Miami Beach, so he wanted to be closer to where he was going to be living. So this is where he's going to be calling home in the offseason is South Florida. So apparently because of that lawsuit, it all kind of fell through. So how this is going to be received in the Dolphins headquarters today with Tua and everybody else finding out that, hey, man, if it weren't for that lawsuit, you wouldn't be the starter. I mean, there's no way they're going to start Tua over Tom Brady if they bring him in. And I don't even know if he would have been around.
Would they have released Tua then?
It's a great question.
Does he have a contract that prevents that from happening?
That'll be all the spin that you hear today. So they'll be talking about that. And they did apparently, because there was also talk that the Dolphins were going to bring in Deshaun Watson, the guy that's got all those allegations of sexual misconduct with the massage therapist in Houston.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess apparently Flores wanted to bring him in. So that's why all those stories that you heard circling around that you thought maybe were just rumor, apparently were all true.
Wow.
That were going on. How crazy would that have been?
The dirty details behind the scene.
Oh,
Kevin, you better watch yourself over there. You're going to get another sports show if you keep reporting.
No.
If you keep scooping.
I just got an odd fascination with Tom Brady. I don't know what it is.
Well, it's interesting. It's always fascinating what these NFL teams do behind the scenes. And jockeying for this guy or that guy or this coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially when it's at the strip club. Behind the scenes stuff, it's always...
That's right.
They get turned, Virginia.
Tom Brady's not allowed to go to the strip club.
He's not.
Giselle would kick his ass.
He's definitely not allowed to go.
He's not allowed to go.
There's another quarterback that is also making some news today. Virginia, did you see the story about Cam Newton?
Oh, I did.
No, I missed it.
Oh, she's gonna love it.
Oh, yeah, I know how much you love Cam Newton. He was on a podcast for Barstool Sports, and if you don't know, he was with the Patriots recently. He's back with Carolina Panthers, or was. I think he's a free agent now and hasn't re-signed with them. But
What did he say that was stupid?
he said, I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother, and I knew what a woman was, not a bad bee. He said, now a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? I'm a boss bee. I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, but you can't cook. You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead. So apparently, if you can't cook, you don't know when to shut up, and you don't know how to let Cam take the lead, he is not going to be in a relationship with you, Virginia.
Okay, so my role is cook and clean and be subservient to Cam.
Know when to shut up, too. And I think you have a problem with that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I do struggle with shutting up.
But
Yeah.
you are awesome in the kitchen.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so you got one thing that Cam would like.
I'd rather, I don't know, cut off my tongue than feed Cam Newton my good food.
Yeah, not going to do it, huh?
No. You know what? His attitude never ceases to amaze me. He is not a good human. So when somebody who's not a good human says things that are archaic and old school and not modern way of thinking and not respectful to a modern woman, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
When somebody shows you their butt face, believe them.
He's on Barstool Barstool Sports. It's where you got to be edgy, Kev.
Yeah, you got to be. If you want to get your toxic masculinity out, that would be the platform for it. So he was at least in the right place. So you know they were just eating it up. Being,
yeah.
cook, shut up, let me lead.
Bring back the 50s.
That's what it is. They want to bring back the 50s. And
They
we're
call
not.
them the good old days, Virginia.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, if you forgot, back in 2017, he got in trouble because he made a dig at a female sports reporter when he said, you know, it's funny to hear a female talking about routes that you run for football. It's kind of funny to hear a woman talking about the...
Because we possibly can't learn and understand
No.
basic routes in
Yeah.
football. You know, we don't have the brain for that like you, Cam.
Cam's like, talk to me about cooking. But not too long, because I'm going to tell you when to hush up.
It's so on brand for Cam Newton.
Yeah,
I knew it. I knew he was going to say something stupid.
No word on how the NFL is going to treat his latest comments, but he did have to apologize for the one in 2017. So clearly didn't learn
I'm
his
sure
lesson.
it was heartfelt, too,
Yeah.
when he apologized. Get out of here.
Okay, can you pick a liar out from their story? Let's check this out here as we've got 2 truths and a lie here today. All right, let's see. We're going to start off here with Suits and a story that he's got for us. Is he telling the truth, or is this story a complete lie? What do you have for us today, Suits?
So this goes back actually just to this weekend. I went up to Orlando for a day trip to one of the theme parks.
Oh.
And I was doing one of the roller coasters. I'm not a big roller coaster person, but the girlfriend wanted to go on one of them, so I decided, all right, let's just give this thing a shot.
Is this Ashley, the new secret girlfriend?
I don't
That's
think
not
it's a
so much a
secret
secret
anymore.
anymore.
It's not.
Virginia
That spot's been blown up.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's public, dog.
thoroughly blew it up.
Yeah.
I like calling her the secret girlfriend, though. It adds more mystery.
Okay, you do that. Well, we were on this roller coaster that it kind of lifts you up, so the track is above you, and you're kind of vertical, almost like you're flying on the thing.
Okay.
It was a really cool ride. So we're doing the ride, and have you ever been on a roller coaster and something falls from somebody else? They drop something that they had with them.
Yes.
So I was clutching my glasses, like paranoid I was going to lose them, something like that. And it felt like something hit me, but you're on a roller coaster. You're flying around really quick. I couldn't really see it. I couldn't really feel what it was. It wasn't until we got to the end of the ride, right before we would be able to get off, it stopped short because there was another car in there changing, and a pair of dentures fell from the seat harness that I was on. It was somebody's dentures. They fell out and got like wedged in my seat. And I didn't even know what it was until we got to the end. I don't know how your dentures fall out on a roller coaster, but it was pretty gnarly.
They're screaming one second. Oh!
Oh!
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
Okay. All right. He had dentures in his seat on a thrill ride. Okay. All right, Jaybird, what is your story here today?
Did I ever tell you all about the karate tournament I won as a kid? But then a parent complained about a low blow I did, and then I didn't win the tournament. In fact, I was out of it was a double elimination. For some reason, I was out of that round, and I wasn't allowed to compete for the rest of it, and I would have won the tournament. But the parent complained, made a big stink about it, and we ran out of time. The one kid that I ended up really legit beating, he ended up winning the karate tournament.
Wow.
And yeah, that was during a time where I knew that was the birth of the 8-point blocking system.
Okay.
Wax on, wax off.
That's right.
Okay.
Don't do too much waxing off, right?
It's too late, Denny's.
You walked from it.
It's way too late.
All right, Denny's, what story you got for us here today?
So back when I was living in Colorado, I lived right by the downtown area, so it wasn't uncommon for us to go out drinking and then just stop at one of the local haunts for breakfast. They have a couple good breakfast places out there. Well, anyway, we went to a place and I maybe had tied off a couple too many, so I went into the bathroom kind of to wash my face and stuff after we put our orders in, and my friends went outside to smoke cigarettes. So when I get back to the table, our food's already brought out, so I just sit down and start eating it. Yeah. And as I'm sitting there, I get a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, it's the manager of the restaurant. And he's like, sir, I think you're sitting at the wrong table. And I'm like, oh, geez, I'm eating French toast. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. So the lady saw me, didn't decide to come tell me. She just went and got a manager to come yell at me. So I'm getting yelled at. And as I'm telling the lady, I'm cool. My friends come in. I barf everywhere. So needless to say, I got kicked out.
I'm cool. Wow.
So needless to say, I got kicked out.
Okay. Okay, all right. All right, let's see here. So we've got Suits, who got dentures in his seat on an amusement park ride. Jaybird would have won a karate tournament, but he got called for a low blow.
Which didn't happen. I'm saying the low blow didn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm like, he just confessed his story's a lie.
You're not
I'm
a
like,
ball.
what?
You're not a ball hunter.
I'm no ball hunter.
And then Denny sat down at the wrong table and then barfed.
After he ate their French toast.
The nerve, my gosh.
Okay. All right. So which one do you think is a lie here, Virginia?
Gosh, I feel like they're all lies.
They do all sound.
They all sound like they were written for waka waka waka.
They sound very waka waka waka.
I mean, flying dentures.
Right. There is two truths
barfing on breakfast.
Winning karate tournaments.
And ball hunting and karate.
Yeah.
They're all comedic. Gosh, you got me twisted.
I think I'm going to go Jaybird on this one.
I'm the liar.
Yeah, I'm not feeling
We don't feel like you would have been in the hunt for any kind of karate competition. We've seen the 8-point blocking system.
Whatever, dog. You can't hurt this. You can't hurt this.
Do you agree, Virginia? You got another one you think might be the lie?
I kind of feel like the dentures is so waka waka waka.
Okay, you think Suits is...
I'm going to go dentures.
Okay.
You're going karate ball hunting. I'm going flying dentures.
Okay. All right, right now we got the KVJ TV poll up, and 61% think Bird is lying.
What?
61%. And then Denny's and Suits are tied at 19% right now. You want to get your thoughts in, go to YouTube, look for the KVJ Show, and jump into the KVJ TV chat room. All right, we got 2 truths and a lie going on here. We've got 1 liar and 3 very unbelievable stories. Yeah, you're right, Virginia. I think maybe all 3 of these sound like lies.
They're wonky.
Yeah.
You swear there's definitely 2 truths up in this piece.
2 truths and a lie. You swear.
Swear.
Okay, so here's what we got. Suits was on an amusement park ride with his girlfriend and found some dentures in his seat. The heck is that? Also, Jaybird said that he would have won a karate tournament, but he got called for a low blow. After watching him do karate over here on the side, there's no way that's truthful.
Yeah, those skills are rusty.
Yeah, that's a championship skill over there, Virginia. I don't know.
I love it. I love it.
Maybe there wasn't a lot of competition. Maybe he was.
Dojo.
2 people signed up for the tournament.
It was not a large tournament.
Most of the competitors have 1 arm.
And then Denny said that he was out having a couple of drinks with some friends. They went out to a little diner and went out to smoke. When he came back, he sat down at the wrong table. When he got called out for it, he then barfed all over the table after eating their French toast. That's amazing.
That's wonky too.
It is.
Wow, it's barfing everywhere.
Okay. So which one is the actual lie? You've got in order, Jaybird with 59% of the votes in the KVJ TV chat, Suits 2 with 25, and Denny's is the most believable story.
Wow.
And Virginia, you're going with Suits being the liar here.
I'm going with Suits, but I don't know. I mean, once again, I'm not certain with this game.
I know. You always got us all confused. Okay, so we got our guesses. Who is the actual liar here on Two Truths and a Lie? It would be...
It would be me.
Denny's! No way!
You called it very hijinksy.
The breakfast barfer.
Wow.
Yeah, the Adventures with Dentures really happened.
That
with
was,
Suits.
I couldn't believe it. Everybody on the ride, because it was one of those where we got to the end and there was like a walkway underneath and we hadn't gotten to where you get off the ride yet.
Right.
And everybody on the ride's like, holy crap, there's a pair of dentures sitting down there because it had fallen from my seat, you know? Oh, it was so gross. I don't know how that even happens. It was pretty wild, though.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, 100% real.
That's kind of crazy.
And the ball hunting karate?
All of that was completely true. And I told y'all about my Lake Park karate that I took. It was some low budget karate. And we had an
How big was this tournament?
Oh, it was so low budget. The age bracket was seriously age 7 to age 13. That was the kind of class it was. So 13-year-olds were fighting 8-year-olds in this. It was a low-budget tournament. Every
That doesn't
time
sound safe.
Well, every time you would take a test for your belt, and I was taking mine for my yellow sash, that was the day of our impromptu tournament at our dojo. And everybody would be, and y'all were thinking it was a Karate Kid type tournament.
Yeah, I was thinking like something with trophies and all that kind of stuff.
Nothing of the sorts. It was awful, but I would have won that thing, and a parent complained saying I was basically ball hunting, which I was not.
Okay.
Yeah, it was supposed to be double elimination. I didn't lose at all, and I still lost the tournament.
Well, that ain't right.
Yeah.
Imagine what you could have been in the world of Kung Fu.
Yeah, well.
Dang.
Here I am.
Here you are, not Kung Fuing.
I do know the 8-point blocking system still to this day. Go ahead, throw something at me. I'll block it. Don't tell me when you're going to do it.
Okay, I won't tell you.
Don't tell me when you're going to do it.
Just sometime during the before the end of the show.
I'll wait till like 4 o'clock when you're sitting out on your patio tonight and clock you in the head with a Coors Light.
I dare thee. I dare thee. Seriously, you have till 10 to throw something at me, and I'll block it. Don't tell me when.
Okay.
Well, we asked the question on the KVJ Show Facebook page. What food combo do you know is gross, but you love it anyway? Do you have anyone that most people be like, that's so gnarly, but you're like, I'm sorry, it's delicious?
Yeah, Totino's Pizza. It's the frozen one. It's the real cheap one, and I love to smother it in ketchup. And I know a lot of people get really grossed out by that combination. You would be repulsed if you saw me do that.
I'd probably knock it out of your hand.
Well, it's cheap-ass pizza. It's gross pizza, and it's drenched in ketchup.
So nasty.
Do you have one that you eat that's gross, Virginia?
I mean, I did not hate that crawfish milk we made.
Oh,
I think that's
so
why I
gnarly.
was sick yesterday.
I did not hate it. I sipped it just to see. And
Yeah, people were mad at that one. Like, Virginia always gets out of the punishment. She loves crawfish milk.
Yeah, she did. Here's some of the answers we got. Is there any chance that any of these things are actually good? Pool said mayonnaise and brown rice.
Oh.
Awful.
Any chance that's any good?
That sounds like a desperate meal you make when you have literally nothing in the fridge and no money.
My mom would always make me mayonnaise and tomato sandwiches as a kid. Does that gross you out?
No, that's not so bad.
And it would get real damp. With the tomato would dampen it up. It was so good.
It's just a low budget BLT.
It really
It's
is.
a poor kid's BLT. Just pretend that there's bacon and lettuce.
Angie said that she'll do mac and cheese with applesauce.
I don't hate it.
It could work.
Yeah, mac and cheese and barbecue sauce is good too. You can take the barbecue sauce and cook it inside the mac and cheese.
Yeah, I could see
and when
that.
you cut it, it bleeds barbecue sauce.
Okay, that one doesn't normally out. Claire said mashed potatoes and applesauce.
I don't hate that. That could be good. Sweet and salty, baby.
Would that work, Virginia?
I don't know. I never even thought about putting that together, but at Oktoberfest, they do serve like applesauce and these Oktoberfest potatoes, and they're on the tray next to each other.
Potato pancakes and applesauce go hand in hand.
Yeah.
I don't see why this would be a problem.
I don't think that sucks.
Okay. What about this? Dominique said that she does grapes and ranch dressing.
Oh, she's out of her mind.
She said, trust me, just try it.
She's out of her. She's lying.
She's trying to say it's good.
That's a troll move.
Okay. Amy does crunchy peanut butter and egg salad sandwiches.
Oh,
Whoa, peanut butter and egg salad?
that's so gnarled.
I don't know
no
about
chance that's going to work.
That's weird.
You lost an egg salad.
Okay. Ran will do Velveeta shells and cheese with A1 steak sauce.
That could work, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could maybe be convinced to try that one. Edward does chocolate chip cookies with soy sauce.
Edward. No, Edward.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Christine will do bananas with sour cream.
I can see that possibly working. It's not my cup of soda, but yeah, I can see someone liking that.
Melissa does plain oatmeal with hot sauce.
Wow.
Any
Oatmeal
chance?
and hot sauce?
Oatmeal and hot sauce.
Yeah, any chance that it's disgusting? Absolutely.
Yeah, that does not sound good. We got Gary said he will do cottage cheese mixed with green onions, pickles, and a can of tuna.
Get out, Gary.
What are you just grabbing anything in the fridge, Gary?
Get out of my house, Gary.
Maria does bologna, mayo, and peanut butter sandwiches.
I mean, all of these are the most nastiest combinations, guys. What are you thinking?
And Ashley does liver pudding on saltine crackers.
What is liver pudding?
Like pate?
Oh,
It might
I
not be that bad, actually.
love pate on a cracker.
you like is liverwurst is basically low budget pate for poor people?
Yes.
Okay, that's what my mom and aunt love, liverwurst.
Yeah.
You got down on that?
I prefer the pate because it sounds fancier. When you say liverwurst, it just makes it sound cheap
Yeah.
and painful.
And it came in that plastic tube.
Was there like the gelatin on it?
It just is terrible.
Yeah, I'm not down with
I'm not a
that.
big plastic tube fan.
Tyler said he will do chicken flavored ramen, a chopped up hot dog, and queso.
That could work.
That actually could work.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's not bad. That kind of
Yeah.
sounds like drunk ecstasy.
This
That sounds like good food.
Okay, so you're down with that one.
Yeah, if I was drinking, I'd be like, oh, yeah, this is so good.
This text says, my wife puts bananas on spaghetti and meatballs.
Banana it's not so overwhelming. That sounds disgusting to me, but it's not as bad as some of the other stuff you're reading off there.
Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of really gnarly stuff. You want to go to the KVJ Show Facebook page. Yeah, maybe we should hold some of this off for some challenges we got.
Do you like this? White bread, Italian dressing, and then potato chips crunched up. It's very good.
Yeah, that sounds totally yummy.
It's called a champia.
Put a little cheese on there as well.
I hear you, but once you put cheese on there, it's no longer a champia.
Okay.
It's no longer this made-up name that me and my family gave it that nobody else knows and doesn't matter.
I'm glad that you are asking, though.
Okay, yeah, somebody said, yeah, you guys definitely need to bring these out for some challenges. So we'll use some of your ideas and maybe some bueno and malo. We can do some of these things and or maybe even for Do It Bitch.
Oh.
What's our punishment today? We're doing Do It Bitch today, right?
Is it?
It's Tuesday, dog.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
How sneaks up on me.
Are we eating something? We're not eating something. I can't eat it.
No, I don't think there's any food involved today
All right.
on the challenge. So you're okay, Bird.
Okay, thank
I
you.
think it's a physical challenge today.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got that going to be coming up here. Do you know what day is tax day for 2022?
I think it's April 17th now or 18th. I don't
what do you think, Bird?
I think it's 18.
So my earphones went out, and I thought you said when is the snack day, but I don't think that's what you said.
No, I said when is tax day?
Okay.
Tax day, and not snack day.
I don't know, but I got an encouraging message from one of our KVJ Nationers saying they might be able to help me with my tax problem.
Okay.
Those son of a biscuits owe me money.
They just want you to give them your social, your bank routing, and all your information.
I'm so desperate. They could rob me blind at this point, Virginia, and I wouldn't even care.
Okay. Suits, Denny's, you guys know what day is tax day this year? Okay, you know? Okay. Give me a hand gesture. I want to see what you say. Okay, Suits going the 17th, and Denny's has got the 17th as well.
I was going April 17th, too.
It's April 18th.
Yeah, because the 17th falls on a Sunday.
Okay.
So it's got to be a business day.
Yeah, they say 56% of Americans that they polled did not know that. I didn't know that. I'd have been out of that.
It used to be the 15th, and then
That's what
changed it
I
to the
thought.
17th.
Right.
Because the 17th falls on a Sunday, you can't get anything postmarked on a Sunday because the post office isn't open. So it has to be the 18th.
The IRS has officially broken my spirit. they win.
Yeah, I hate it. Well, it's like, I was talking to the Queen. I'm like, oh, we got a whole bunch of great options for this weekend. I was excited. I'm like, this is going on and that's going on. And she's like, oh, yeah, let's do that. Sounds great. And then yesterday she's like, oh, I forgot. It's tax day. I got to do our taxes this weekend. I'm like, oh, that's terrible.
When is Easter? Is that in a couple weeks?
No, it's this weekend.
Yeah.
Easter's this weekend?
Yeah. The bunny is coming for you.
Yeah.
Is it always the 15th? Or 18th? Wait, what's... No,
I think
I'm going to stop talking. I can't. Okay, Easter's coming.
It's the 17th.
I did not know. Wow. All right. Well, happy Easter.
Yeah.
Happy Easter to you, too. I got a chocolate penis candy that my mother-in-law sent.
Girl, I got the munchies.
No, he'll take two.
Can I please make a video of you eating this chocolate
Fine. Yeah, I don't
Easter
care.
penis?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, so a lot of people were unaware because I guess of the shifting date. They say when it comes to procrastinating on taxes, 32% will do that and put it off because a lot of them are saying, I don't expect to get a refund, so why am I rushing to give the government my money? I'm going to take my dang time. They say it's more prevalent with younger taxpayers, more likely to procrastinate. And then we found out last week that if you are owed money and you're not getting it from the IRS, they only answer 19 to 20% of their calls total.
Terrible customer service.
Yeah.
You can't even get an appointment.
They
to see
ignore
them.
80% of all the calls they receive, and they're taking your money. Yeah.
Oh, it's... Oh,
right. Yeah. Aggravating.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Now, this audio of A-Rod getting trolled, was this guy saying it to his face?
yes.
Oh, this is so awesome. If somebody's trolling you to your face and you can't get mad, it's pretty great. And so if you didn't know, yesterday the story was that J-Lo got engaged to Ben Affleck. But, J-Lo and A-Rod just broke up a few months ago.
Yeah, it
so
wasn't long.
It wasn't long at all.
Man, these people never like being alone.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
What's her longest gap of ever being single? Because she's had many husbands. It was with Mark Anthony and...
Don't you need
and
time
A-Rod
to
and she
recharge on your own?
I don't think J-Lo likes being alone.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And so she's engaged, and apparently this is a guy that was basically on TV trolling A-Rod right to his face, rubbing the engagement.
It's pretty fantastic to troll a guy like A-Rod right to his face.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great time in sports. You have a new Masters champion, the NBA players about to start, baseball's in the full swing, people getting engaged. I mean, it's a happy time in the world.
It's great. Happiness and the world peace is what we're looking for.
Now, you know what? I think of Gandhi and you. That's how I am.
The 2-1 pitch.
Okay.
Fake laugh. As soon as they went to commercial, how dare you?
I think that's pretty awesome.
I love when they're, kind of like cracking up, cutting up, but they're still... doing a broadcast.
Oh, there's one where a guy says he is caught on a hot mic saying a homophobic slur, and then has to go apologize. And in the middle of his apology, a guy hits a home run. It's the most awkward but awesome. Oh my gosh! He goes, I don't know if I'm gonna have a job anymore. Hey, and I can't believe I hit a deep drive to left field, and that's going to be a home run. Also, I just want to apologize to.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This is a classic one. Yeah, it was Tom Brenneman. He was an announcer with Fox Sports Ohio. He was doing all the Reds games, and so here he is trying to apologize.
Myself is a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again.
There's a lead up to it too. He's talking about what's going on, and then the guy hits a home run. He goes right into broadcaster mode.
Now you see that all the time.
Yeah.
People, anytime there's something serious, they're like, and there's a deep shot by Castellanos. Anytime somebody apologizes for anything, they break it up with that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, in the middle of your apology, you always got to work in that deep drive by Castellanos.
Well, late yesterday, Billy Ray Cyrus and Tish, his on-again, off-again wife of 30 years, announced that they are now off again. In 2010, they had filed for divorce, but then they took it back, and then in 2013, they filed for divorce, but then they took it back, and then now they're filing for divorce again.
Wow.
I don't know if they're going to take it back, but, 30 years is a long time. I can see why they kind of want to get away from each other.
That's got to be kind of confusing.
And that, one more. Selena Gomez doesn't care about body shaming, Kevin. So if you have anything to say about her weight, she doesn't care.
Okay.
So I be trying to stay skinny, but I went to Jack in the Box and I got 4 tacos, 3 egg rolls, onion rings,
All right.
and a spicy chicken sandwich. But honestly, I don't care about my weight because people bitch about it anyway. You're too small. You're too big. That doesn't fit. Me. I am perfect the way I am. Moral of the story? Bye.
Oh, bye.
Girl, a witch once told me, don't read the comments. There's a very wise witch.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just need to go to the drive-thru and just go a little nutty.
There is a drive-thru mood every human has to go through.
It's okay. You can't live in there every day. But when you do, every once in a while, it's okay.
When you do live there, you do get the tots. You do get the onion rings. You get the fries. You get all of the... Get the tenders. Go very big.
Have fun. You can't do it all the time. But you should reward yourself if that is something that makes you happy.
FFP, baby. Fast food party.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
The big story you had was Britney Spears, of course, announcing her pregnancy on Instagram last night.
Yeah.
And when you're doing that story in the last dirt, somebody texted me going, you know what's so weird? I was watching the Adam Sandler movie Click last night, and I forgot this part was in the movie.
1010 Wins News, February 5th, 2017. Britney Spears had her 23rd baby today. Proud father Kevin Federline says he's now considering getting a job.
Wow, that's one of them dated jokes.
Yeah, one of them dated jokes. Britney Spears, yep, still having babies. So there you go. I guess some things don't always change.
Listen up, y'all, cause here's the sitch. It's time for another round of do it, bitch. 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 Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it, bitch.
All right, here we go. Time to divide up into teams and do it, bitch. Okay, who's going to be drawing for the partner today? It is Bird.
Yes.
And Bird, whose name did you pull out?
Oh, I pulled out Sweet Denny's.
Okay.
Right.
The
Denny's.
Neho boys are back in business. Dirty hippies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so it's Virginia and Suits. So, Jay Bird, who do you want to be the gambler on your team?
What you feeling there, Sweet
Do,
Pea?
do you want me to do the guessing? You gamble? Because I know you're down a peg, right? I'm just trying to think.
You're down a peg.
What
yeah.
about the peg?
Yeah.
What are you going to do to him?
I'll gamble, Denny's.
All right, I'll be the
Okay.
I
guessing.
love it. I love it.
All right.
I love you.
Suits, what do you think about here? You're a partner with Virginia. You want to play or you want to gamble?
You want to gamble, Virginia?
Sure.
All right,
Oh,
let's do
look
that.
at you guys.
Suits is on. Suits is pretty good at this.
Suits, yeah, he
Yeah.
has mad streaks.
He does.
In his underwear. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's street talk.
Street talk.
Okay. All right. Here we go. We're going to start off with Jaybird and Denny's here. It is the best out of 5. First topic we have is things you see in the sky. Things you see in the sky. Okay. Jaybird, how many things can Denny's name in 10 seconds?
Oh, my boy's always seen things in the sky, especially when he's high.
Yeah.
I will go. My boy can name 6.
Okay, 6 things. Okay, Virginia, what do you think about with Suits? How many can he name?
6 things in the sky. It's quite impressive. But I think Suits can name 7.
Okay. Jaybird?
I know my boy can do 8.
8. We're at 8 now. Virginia?
Do it, bitch.
Okay.
You got this.
He is going to be doing 8 in 10 seconds to get the point here. Things seen in the sky. Your time begins now.
Mars, Venus, the sun, the moon, drones, airplanes, clouds, baseballs, frisbees, hot air balloons, helicopters.
I mean, my boy crushed
Yeah,
it.
he crushed
Killed
it.
it.
I was trying to
He
think of
crushed
anything
it.
that could be in the sky.
Yeah.
You did good, kid.
Bam.
You did real good.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
That was solid work there.
Wow.
So you get the first point there.
Look at you.
Oh, it's so nerve-wracking.
That
Big one.
was a fun one.
That one's fun when you get things that are exclusively orange that are in shelves. That's like the
States
toughest.
that end in A.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
What?
Continents with the R in the middle of the word, right? What?
Those are so hard.
Is that even real?
Okay, next category we got here. It goes to Virginia and Suits. We're going to do high school subjects.
Okay.
High school subjects.
Of all of
Okay.
us, Suits is the one most recently been in the high school.
Yeah, that's right.
Good observation, Virginia.
MSD.
I'm working it out.
Okay, how many can he name in 10 seconds? High school subjects.
Suits can name 5.
Okay. Jaber, what do you think about with Denny's?
Denny's can name a half a dozen.
Okay. Virginia?
Yeah, I'll go 7.
Okay, we're at 7 now.
Oh, my boy destroys it. 8.
8. Okay, Virginia.
Tested him last time.
You did.
With stuff in the sky, and he literally blew me away.
Yeah, he answered the call.
Are we at 8?
At 8. It'd be 9 if you raise it.
So can Suits name 9 subjects? I think he can. I believe in you, Sooty.
9. Bird?
Do I put the pressure on my sweet Denny's, or do I make the kid work? Suits, do it, bitch.
Okay.
Oh.
9 in 10 seconds. High school subjects. Suit, your time begins now.
Algebra, geometry, you got calculus, you got health, you got PE, you've got American history, you've got biology, you've got chemistry, you've got calculus, you've got
I think he repeated a few.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
I think he might have repeated a few because I had him at 7. He needed 9. And I think he had 2 repeats in there.
Which ones?
Calculus.
Yeah, I said calculus
I
and
might have
chemistry.
repeated calculus.
Yeah.
Damn
so
it.
I think
We
with
don't
that,
know.
even if he
I
had
was
done
so
that, I
mad.
think he's at 8. So it looks like Jaybird and Denny's have it. I'll put a question mark down there. We'll go do a replay on that, but I
We
don't.
gotta go to the tape.
I celebrate
I
nothing.
don't think he got it.
Nine's tough.
I celebrate nothing.
Because I counted 9 total. If there was a repeat in there, that would be 8.
Yeah, I think he had at least 1 repeat, so I do not think he got it.
Calculus.
Calculus.
So it looks like Jaybird and Denny's are 1 away from winning.
We'll see, though.
Denny's.
Calculus.
We'll see, though.
Yeah, you're right, because who knows? Someone will say, well, there's 2 forms of calculus, so
Yeah.
it won't count.
Calculus A and calculus B.
Yeah.
You never know.
There'll be some
Weird
bull
thing.
crap.
Okay, Jaybird and Denny's, looks like you guys can close it up if you get this right. Next category is fictional doctors.
That's so weird.
How many fictional doctors can Denny's name in 10 seconds?
Denny's can name 4.
Okay, 4. All right, Virginia, what do you think about with Suits?
Suits' dad is a doctor. I don't know if you knew that.
Okay.
That doesn't count, though.
His dad's not fictional. His dad's all real.
There he is.
4. I feel like Suits could do 5. Okay. I feel like if your dad's a doctor, you kind of know doctor stuff. Suits can do 5.
All right. Interesting logic. Bird?
Yeah, do it, bitch.
Okay.
Oh, gosh, that's so hard.
5 in 10 seconds. Suits, your time begins now.
Dr. House, Dr. Chase, Dr. Cameron, Dr. Foreman, Dr. Wilson. You've got Doogie Howser. You've got Dr. Frazier. You've got Dr. Cuddy.
All right.
I watched House yesterday.
Yeah, you
Oh, wow.
left no doubt there.
Don't worry, I got one for the house.
Dr. Frazier was dropped in there.
Stoots.
Oh, Stoots.
Stoots, you did great.
The witch is rattled, man.
It's so stressful.
Call him Stoots.
Stoots. Okay, your new name is Stoots.
Oh, man. We let him back in the hole, Denny's.
Oh, jeez.
We let him back in the hole.
Any verdict on that last one?
I think right now, yeah, we'll double check, but right now I'm leaning to you guys having 2. It's 2 to 1.
It's still not permanent, though.
No,
Okay, no.
nothing's permanent.
Okay, it goes to Virginia and
I've
Suits
won and
here.
then been brought back in.
Man, we let Virginia and Stoots get right back in there.
Next category is punctuation marks. Punctuation marks. Things that you would use in punctuation. Okay, Virginia, how many of these can Suits name in 10 seconds?
Stoots is a scholar.
Okay.
I know he knows punctuation.
Yep.
He can do 5.
Jay Bird?
Sweet Daddy can do 6.
Okay, Virginia.
Stoots can do 7.
He can do 7. All right. Jay Bird, what do you think? Raise it or call it?
Oh, man. I love to let it ride. How old are we at? We're at 7?
You're at 7. It'd be 8. Or more.
Can Sweet Denny's do 7?
No, that's not right.
Or 8.
I would have to do 8.
Yeah, hold on. Just Denny's can do 8.
Denny's can do 8.
Yeah.
Virginia.
Do it, bitch.
You got this. You got
8.
it.
Punctuation marks in 10 seconds. Your time begins now.
Parentheses, brackets, colon, semicolon, period, comma, ampersand, umlaut. That's all I can think of. I think that's enough. Parentheses.
You got 9, I think.
I was supposed to get 8, right?
He got 8.
And that's what he's supposed to
get 8.
Yeah.
So thank you, Virginia. That's the point.
But did he get them all?
I think so.
What the hell's a umbop?
An umlaut?
It
That's
goes-
the two-
Umbop? We're not accepting the song from.
An umlaut is the 2 dots
Kevin,
above a U.
Are you accepting umbop?
Umlaut. Get called out on
Brackets and
umlaut.
parentheses are the same thing.
Brackets and parentheses are different.
They
Brackets
are,
are the
yeah.
squared ones, parentheses are the circular
Like
ones.
bracket punctuation on Google, it says brackets and then in parentheses are punctuation
Oh,
marks used.
brackets and parentheses are the same thing.
I was taught.
It also
Please
depends
excuse
on.
my dear self.
It depends on the origin of the brackets, Virginia.
They were origined
I'll
by
let you decide.
Hanson.
You say exclamation point or question mark?
Brackets,
did not.
braces, and parentheses are symbols used to contain words that are a further explanation or are considered a group.
But they
And
all mean the same thing.
They put them at 3 separate
They
categories.
should. Why else would they be even different?
Brackets are the squared off notations. Braces are used to contain 2 or more lines, and parentheses are curved notations.
I mean,
And are you accepting umbop?
umlaut, by the way, 2 dots over a U.
No, that I cannot accept. I
An
don't see that
umlaut?
one.
Why can't you accept that?
Apostrophe, quotation marks, ellipsis. I don't see that in the 14 forms of punctuation.
So you went with umlaut and not question mark.
I just
huh?
assumed that was a punctuation.
We went with umlaut, not exclamation
No,
mark.
it's a mark over a vowel. It's called a vowel mark.
Oh,
Yeah.
terrible. We're 8 of those, by the way.
Hanson takes you down.
Yeah. So it looks like, yeah, you
You're so close.
Oh, the hardest
You
one
were.
ever.
Oh, this is terrible.
fell short by 1.
I never heard of a umlaut in my life.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
so
you-
that will give the point to Virginia and Suits,
Oh,
and that means
jeez.
it's all tied at
Oh,
2
my
Figured.
apiece.
It always comes down to this. Every time. I don't think we've ever had a round not come to 2.
I tell you what, though, kid, you were so you almost hit a grand slam walk-off home run there.
Oh.
It was so close. You did so good.
Okay, here we go. This is the final one. This will determine.
It's so good.
Probably up to
The
8
winner
on
here.
punctuation
You
marks.
nailed it,
Oh,
though.
it's terrible. I said umlaut.
Come on, cruise ship companies.
Okay.
Please,
Lovecraftian gods, please.
weed strain.
I know all those.
Weed strains.
Okay.
Oh, please, weed
Final
strain.
category: Summer Olympic sports.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Jaybird.
The two most unathletic guys I know.
Good gosh.
Okay.
Denny's can do one.
Possibly.
Okay. We're at 1. Virginia, how do you feel about suits here?
Suits can do 2.
Can do 2.
You said summer?
Yeah, Summer
Summer,
Olympic
gosh.
sports.
Sweet Denny's can do 3.
Okay, we're at 3. Virginia.
Stoots can do 4.
Okay, Jaybird.
Denny's can do 5.
We're at 5. Okay, Virginia.
Oh boy.
What do you think here? 5 is where we sit right now.
Can Stoots do 6?
That's the question.
6 is gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe in you, Stoots. I'm going Suits can do 6.
Suits can do 6. That's where we stand right now, Jaybird. 6 and 10 seconds.
Do it, bitch.
Okay, Suits, your time begins now.
Swimming, the high jump, the relay race. You got the 100-meter dash. You've got the javelin throw. You've got the hurdles, the high jumps. You've got
That's 7.
Wait, hurdles or high jumps? Wait, what are you doing there? Didn't you do that already?
Yeah, it's messy.
I said hurdles and high jumps.
They're different. The high jump is different from the hurdle.
I've never heard any of these.
I'm not going to say anything because it's not going to matter anyway.
It's all track and field, bruh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Oh.
Photo finish.
Oh.
Can you check it while you play Bop?
Jeez.
Yeah, I actually don't see that listed.
Hurdles and high jump are different, and they absolutely are both Olympic sports in track and field.
I love hearing the desperation of a player.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm sure the chat room will sign off.
What's the chat room saying? What's the texting saying?
The chat is, I think, backing me up right now.
Well, that's convenient.
Well, what's the text saying? Suits?
Hurdling is absolutely a part of the Olympic Games. I'm looking at it.
Well, I just need to know what Suit said. He said it happened so
High
quick.
jumps and hurdles are, I think, the ones that are the question. They're saying they're too different. They're saying I got 7 in the chat, but I don't know, Kev. I don't know Olympics very well.
I think you only need 6, so even if one of them is in.
Yeah, somebody said
contest.
those are events, not the sports. Yeah, and I actually don't see that being listed.
Is umlaut in there?
Yeah.
Are we going on the same rules as umlaut?
Yeah. Okay.
High jump is in the Olympics, and so is hurdles. I'm looking at both of the highlight reels of Tokyo 2020.
Yeah, well, they're saying that those are events, not sports.
Well, isn't that kind of the same thing in the Olympics?
It's all under like track and field, so it's a different
Oh,
event
it's under
under
the same
track and field,
umbrella.
but it's not a different sport. Like a sport is fencing, or
Curling.
golf, or handball,
Skeet.
hockey. Oddly enough, field hockey that
In
counts.
summer?
Yeah, that's a summer.
That's a
Field
summer
hockey
sport.
is a summer Olympic sport. Yeah.
Coach,
Table tennis.
I'm here to pay off my punishment or to win this thing, whatever the people say.
Okay. We'll put up a poll real quick, Suits. Should that count? Yeah, because people are saying that that might be events under one sport. And again, the title is supposed to be Summer Olympic Sports.
Do we all feel
tennis, diving, archery, basketball, volleyball, softball, biathlon.
Do we all feel good at putting the fate in the chat room's hand? I feel good about it.
Okay.
I trust the chat room.
I think it's what we're going to do right now because, yeah, that is the differentiation. So we'll get what the people have to say in the chat room, and then we've got a punishment for the loser of Do It Bitch. You'll find out about coming up next. Okay, we've kind of gone through it here. It's always tough to sort out exactly what has happened and Do It Bitch.
Hotly contested week
Yeah.
after week.
Oh, and it's been neck and neck in the chat room with the voting.
Yeah, it has. In
So
fact,
dramatic.
We asked because the last topic we had done when it was tied to a piece was Summer Olympic sports. sports, and Suits had named swimming and high jump and relay and 100-meter dash and javelin and hurdles, and they repeated the high jump again. So there were 6 in there, but yeah, the problem is it's Summer Olympic sports. Your 100-meter dash, your relay, those kind of things are all under the track and field. Those are events, not sports. And Tom in the chat room made a good point. He said, you wouldn't say 100-meter breaststroke, 100-meter backstroke. It's all swimming. Same applies to track and field. So there are events within the sport of track and field.
Oh, shut up, Tom.
Yeah.
Some people are bitching about Denny's sky answers. They shouldn't count. The moon shouldn't count. People are really nitpicking up in this piece.
Yeah.
My gosh. I look up at the sky. I saw the moon this morning.
Yeah.
It was the sky.
Okay.
I'll show you a moon.
Do it. Do it.
And in the KVJ TV chat, 52% said that Suits' answer should not count. So
Damn it.
it was close, though, 52-48. So it's a win for Jaybird and Denny's.
Denny's! Sweet Denny's! The witch is lost!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Evil has been taken down!
We came so close. Scoots. What's his name?
Oh
Stoots.
my
Stoots.
gosh, it's
Stoots.
nice.
Last thing you called him, yeah. Okay, so we got a win for Jaybird and Denny. So what you get to do is we're going to do a fun little round of duct tape escape here. So you get to apply duct tape to the wrists of the loser, and they cannot get out until they get themselves out. So
Ooh,
they're going to be
Denny's.
taped, so you can pick the person that you want to put the duct tape on. Would you like to do that to Virginia or to Suits, Jaybird?
Let me see who I'd like to. Oh man,
Who would you
so
rather
tough.
You're sick. I don't want you touching me.
Do you mind if I just mull this over for a second, Kev?
Yeah,
Because
go ahead. I know.
I think, and I really don't want to,
Yeah.
but I think I'm going to go with Virginia.
You're going to go Virginia?
Only
Okay.
because,
You're going to apply the duct tape to Virginia?
Oh, you're sick. I don't want you touching me.
I'm sick in the head, lady. Sick in the head. I'm feeling better all of a sudden.
Yeah, go
Lord.
figure. Look at him. He looks great.
Who's a witch now?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll have Jaybird apply that. Then Denny's will get to apply his duct tape to Suits over here in just a second.
Do you want the arms behind her? Or is that too BTK? Is that too much?
Well, Suits.
I can't do KVJ TV
Suits
if I
gotta
got
have
the
him in front. So, yeah, he's got to be in front. So that's what it is. So you do what you need to do. All right, Bird's over there applying the duct tape to our Virginia's wrists. Just be careful. Be very gentle.
I will.
Yeah,
We don't want to hurt our.
No, we don't.
Don't want to hurt our princess.
Yeah. Don't want to hurt her at all. She's a gift. Okay.
How like 10? How many? How many?
Yeah, let's say no more than 10.
All right.
Let's keep it fair. And then she's got to use her wit and ingenuity to get out of it. So that's it.
Lord.
Okay.
I'm doing crisscross applesauce.
We'll see how long it takes him, too. That'd be kind of interesting. Okay, so Jaybird is getting everybody all duct taped up. Coming up here in just a second, we're going to get to a round of Am I the Jerk? Oh, look at Bird. He's loving it over there. Somebody asking, am I the jerk for asking friends how much things
What was that
cost?
blocking system?
We'll answer coming up next.
All of these people in my life acting berserk. I'm feeling all pissed off and hurt. I need to know if I am the jerk. Oh, am I the jerk? Oh.
Okay. Virginia's all duct taped up over there. Ready to help out these fine people.
BTK knot I got going on.
I did the crisscross method, Kev.
Oh, that's a good way to do it. Yeah,
You got
Really
crisscross.
binds it, makes it tight.
It binds it, or it brings their hands together.
It's not his first time doing this.
You don't think?
Something tells me there's victims we don't know about
Oh,
yet.
get out of here! Whatever. I've tied people up before, but they wanted it.
Okay.
I'm not talking about what you and Denny's do on the weekend.
All right, I got some of your Am I the Jerk emails here. This one said, am I the jerk for asking friends how much things cost? The email says, I was in a group message with friends where one was bragging that he and his wife had just booked their 2-week vacation in Rome, Italy. Everyone was super excited for he and his wife. Even I was happy for them. I've always wanted to go, and I said as much in the group. Things, though, came to a grinding halt when I said, hey, how much does that whole thing cost you? I was just kind of curious because I would love to save up and go myself one day. I wasn't prying into his personal finances, but apparently that's how everybody took it. I was shunned for being so rude as to ask that kind of question. I don't know why it's taboo to ask how much something costs. You bought a new house? Nice. How much? New car? Cool. New boat? Just kind of curious. I'm just interested if you got a great deal or you got screwed. Am I a jerk for asking? What do you think is the etiquette call on that? Are you a jerk if you ask somebody how much something expensive costs?
No, I think he did it right. I think he's in a group thread with a bunch of people that he knows and he's friends with.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it from like the perspective of, I want to do that too. How much do I need to save? Like, what's the big deal?
Stop being so sensitive.
Yeah, who cares?
Who gives a frog's fat ass about that?
Yeah, I was just kind of curious. So if somebody has a very fancy car, you're like, hey, how much did that run you? I got a new boat. Hey, how much does that cost?
Well,
You're not rude if you ask them?
The way the witch is saying it is the way to do it. If you act like you're coming from, oh man, I was interested in getting that. What did you get for that? I was in the market. That's a way to kind of not.
So can you only ask if you could actually buy it? Because I could ask people about a fancy car or boat that I couldn't buy. So does that make it rude then if I ask and there's no way I could ever afford it?
It is a little different if you're like on your friend's big boat and you're like, so how much this thing cost you? And everybody on the boat knows you could never afford the boat. Then it is kind of a little bit more like prying into finances. But for a friend group on a thread, on a vacation cost, I don't see the problem.
And if you don't want to answer the question, just say, oh, it costs none ya.
None your business.
None your business. If you don't want to tell your details, although, I mean, I would tell somebody how much a boat costs if I got it.
Or a vacation, like who cares?
I'm always telling y'all how much the G.I. Joes I buy, how much they cost. 1982 Snake Eyes. Okay. I told Virginia.
It's an investment piece.
It is. It's tripled.
Some people are thinking that the fact that you did it over social, that might have been too much, that it's something that should be left to a personal conversation to ask them there. So maybe they don't want to put that out over social media to
it's
say.
It's just a vacation. I mean,
he didn't ask what his social security was.
Okay. A lot of people are saying, yes, he is a jerk. If you want to know, you need to talk to them one-on-one.
Well, Virginia, I guess we're just jerks.
Okay. All right.
I don't think it's that personal.
Okay.
It wasn't like you asked him how much he makes it, during his for a salary.
Yeah. Now there's a couple different examples. The one that he was in, I think, is the least offensive. Yeah, you're right. If you are on somebody's boat or something like that, I would feel very uncomfortable. You walk into their big ass mansion and going, how much did this thing run you?
You just sound like a yahoo.
Yeah.
Especially if everybody in the mansion or everybody on the boat knows you couldn't afford it.
I think Jesse nailed it in the chat room. He's not a jerk, but it's none of his business, but nothing to get upset over. Okay. I agree with that. All right. Get all mad about this?
Don't get bent.
What about this? Is this person a jerk? Am I the jerk for not giving up my bed for my girlfriend's daughter? It says here, I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years. And when we met, she had a 1-year-old daughter. She has an agreement with her ex that their daughter is only allowed to be in a bed with them alone, no one else. So if her daughter wants to get into bed with her, I have to get out. Well, over the last week, her daughter has come into our bed 4 different times, meaning I had to go sleep on the couch. It's really been messing with my sleep schedule, and this week at work has been hell. So when her daughter came in last night and wanted in the bed, I told her no. My girlfriend got upset at me because it upset her daughter that I wouldn't let her in the bed. My girlfriend thinks that it's only fair that I go somewhere else to sleep because she says her daughter's bed and couch is too small for the both of them. Look, on exception, I'm cool with making the sacrifice, but now I feel like my girlfriend is just enabling her daughter and needs to make a stand for me and my sanity. Am I the jerk for making the stand that I did?
I wouldn't sleep there anymore. That's what I would do.
It's his house.
Oh, it's his house?
Yeah, it's his bed.
I'd still rent a hotel.
All right, I'm off to the hotel again. This is starting to really rack up.
I mean, you have to understand why that condition was put in place, just because nobody feels comfortable with having the new boyfriend in bed with the daughter.
Sure.
And so if they are, in fact, in a sleepover situation and the daughter is not old enough or comfortable enough to sleep by herself through the night, you got to kind of be cool to that.
Yeah.
You can't you can't be mean to the kid in the middle of the night because most kids go through sleep issues where they wake up in the middle of the night and they're scared. It's normal.
But the kid needs to learn to sleep in her own bed eventually. It's his house, and it just keeps happening. And now he's feeling like a jerk because the issue is with the daughter not being able to sleep in her bed, and now he's feeling like a prisoner in his own home.
I get it. Maybe you need to buy a bigger bed for the daughter so that when the daughter comes in, her mother and her can go to her room.
You can't just let kids do whatever they want either, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there was times where I wanted to sleep in the bed with my parents. They go, no, you're 18. You got to go to your room.
Yeah, it just sounds like, I mean, the daughter's 4, but it sounds like you're talking 4 times in the last week, and it's now becoming where she's enjoying it every night.
Habit.
And here he is not sleeping well on the couch, and he's at work miserable because he's so tired. And finally, he's just like, no, I'm not going to the couch again.
And then you're getting crap for making the daughter feel bad.
And now, he's getting grief at home. Be like, that's so rude. I can't believe you do that. She's traumatized, and you're not going to go sleep on the couch.
If I wasn't paying bills at somebody's house, I would never have it would never even cross my mind to tell them what they can do and can't do in their own house.
They got to get out of their bed.
I mean, that's insane to me. And I love me some kids.
You just need to have a bigger bed for the mom and daughter to sleep in, the two of them, and then you get to sleep in your bed by yourself.
Yeah.
That's the best way to solve this.
Yeah, the whole chat room saying break up, but it's the wrong segment.
Yeah. Okay, and somebody asking here, this is Christy from Green Bay, was I a jerk to my mother-in-law? Says, we were recently at Disney World, and my mother-in-law stood up and said, ooh, I'm going to go ask that mom if I can take a picture of her little boy in the stroller. He just optimizes what a day at Disney looks like. She was talking about a sleeping 2 to 3-year-old in a stroller with mouse ears on. And I told her, I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. I would be super creeped out if a stranger asked me to take a picture of my kid. I said it very nicely, but then my mother-in-law got all butthurt and then was super standoffish for the whole rest of the day and gave me attitude. Thank God she did not go and take a picture, but was I a jerk for telling her not to?
You are not the weird one for stopping the person from, hey, can I take a picture of your sleeping kid? I've never met them before. I swear, I'm not creepy.
Yeah.
No, you help that person out.
Yeah.
You help them out.
So, it sounds like the mother-in-law just
is out of her mind.
Should be thanking you.
But if you want to keep peace in your own family, let your mother-in-law do whatever she wants and bear the consequences of it.
Let her find out the hard way that you shouldn't ask a mom at Disney if you can take a photo of their sleeping child.
But didn't she ask?
You're not involved.
Yeah.
No, she didn't ask, and she didn't take the picture. She didn't go over there and do any of that because she was shamed.
No, I'm saying, did she ask the boyfriend if it was a good idea, or the dude if it was a good idea, and he said no, or he just tried to stop her?
Yeah, no, I think that he intervened before she went over there and spoke to the mother.
It was a girl. Yeah, that was her mother-in-law, Christy.
I would just let your mother-in-law go do what she's got to do on her own. Don't get involved, because then you have war with her the whole rest of the day.
Also, though, you are your group. You know what I mean? And now I got creepy lady asking to take pictures of babies.
Yeah, because
now.
when the mom's telling somebody else, that creepy group over there is trying to take pictures of my sleeping kid.
You're in that group. Remember, I think you said you are the company you keep.
Yeah.
You can't help it if your mother-in-law doesn't have that whole filter of knowing that that's not good.
How do you not know that's odd, though?
Old and out of touch, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I could see that.
Yeah.
They don't think about the privacy thing and that it's weird.
And then it's going to wind up online, and then the kid,
Right.
What's online?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I would probably just let your mother-in-law step in it next time.
Yeah, you don't want war. You don't want war with your mother-in-law.
Not at Disney.
Because now she's giving you attitude all day.
And you spent how much money, and then you didn't enjoy it because mother-in-law gave you attitude all day.
Well, I mean, Virginia's acting like she knows something about mother-in-law and war. Wait a minute.
Yes.
War on the shore. I remember that.
Never went to Disney with that one.
No, you were at the unhappiest place on earth.
She only knocks her out at home, not at Disney.
She charged me.
Okay.
Look, you were defending yourself.
I was.
I stand with the witch.
All right, got an Am I the Jerk email. You can just send them to us, mail at kvjshow.com. Easy to do.
Ow!
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
As soon as I wrap the whacked out news, you're going to be calling out a name for double your paycheck. So stick around for that. They say more people are turning to shockwave therapy as an alternative to traditional erectile dysfunction treatments.
Oh.
Shock the peen.
Oh my gosh.
I'd be glad to.
Next week's doing bitch punishment.
Yeah.
Who's volunteering their peen?
Virginia. Kevin could talk me into it easily.
They say one appealing option to the intervention is that it seeks to cure erectile dysfunction rather than just temporarily treating it.
Okay.
However, there is a lack of high-quality evidence supporting the use of shockwave therapy for erectile dysfunction. Currently, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has not approved it, and it's not covered by insurance. And the cost, my goodness, the average price per treatment is $490. And to do a full course that they say you need, that'll cost about $3,400 to take shocks to the peen.
I'll do it for half of that. Denny's, bring the dog collar in here.
Dang.
Yeah, take a Viagra, man.
Yeah, I think I'd stick with the Viagra, yeah. Did you see the video today on the news of a driverless taxi that got pulled over by a cop in San Fran?
No,
and
that's
it didn't comply.
hilarious.
The cop pulled over the cab at a red light, and then during the stop, the car took off and started driving again. The cop's like, hey, wait a minute.
Did the cop try to tase nobody?
Was somebody driving it remotely, or was it just navigating on its own?
It was navigating on its own. It drove through the intersection when the light turned green and then pulled over and put its hazards on. The taxi's owned by a self-driving car company, and they say it actually did what it's supposed to do. Their self-driving cars are programmed to yield for police and then pull over to the nearest location that's safe. So that's what it did, and police did not end up issuing a citation.
And we're still thinking, we still think this is a good idea?
Driverless cars. Yeah.
How's that tape holding up on your wrist there?
Oh, it hurts.
She's still in her tape.
Still struggling to get out?
It pulled
Good.
all my arm hair off.
I'm sorry. Aw, pumpkin.
That's good. Do you want all that arm hair?
Nah.
Yeah. Be all right.
It's not a good look on a lady.
Yeah.
A bushy wrist.
Well, here we go. Some more jerky YouTubers getting in trouble. The University of Southern California is suing two YouTube performers who the school says created panic after barging into classrooms to film prank videos for their channels.
Yeah, these kids are stupid.
Yeah, and they're not students. In the latest incident, they interrupted a lecture on the Holocaust while pretending to be a member of the Russian mafia. Students ran from the classroom in a panic. Then in September, they entered a data science lecture and allegedly used physical intimidation to force the professor out of the classroom before taking over the lectern and subjecting students to insults and demeaning behavior. The lawsuit seeks unspecified compensatory damages along with attorney's fees and other related costs.
Yeah, this isn't funny. Like, how do they think that this is, like, not going to be menacing and prosecuted?
I just don't think they think. They're just like...
They do it for the views, Virginia.
Yeah.
Well, now they're hopefully locked up, right? They got arrested in the parking lot. They didn't even make a quick escape.
No. Yeah. They're...
You think if you do something like that, then you would just flee the scene. They were casually strolling to their car, and they got arrested in the parking lot.
It's not right.
Well, a 43-year-old man in Dallas got arrested last week after beating his roommate with a wooden stick while arguing about what mosquitoes look like.
Those wooden spoons, they hurt, man. You can do some damage with that stuff.
Yeah.
Why were they arguing about a mosquito? What does that matter?
They couldn't agree what it looked like, so he took a wooden spoon and started beating him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were they drunk?
It sounds
Probably, yeah.
Sounds like there might have been
meth.
something maybe mixed in there too.
One of the two. There's a race car driver who just set a Guinness World Record for driving at a speed of 211 miles per hour. And I say, why is that a record? It's a record because the driver is blind.
Wow.
Yes, he's blind and driving 211 miles an hour.
It doesn't feel safe.
But if it's an open road, I say go for it.
He was using an audio guidance system to help him control the vehicle during his attempt.
Holy moly.
Yeah, he used to be a race car driver, and he was blinded in an accident 10 years ago, so he's always wanted to do this, and now he has the Guinness World Record.
He's got the feel, the touch. He's been there before.
Yeah.
I love it.
There you go.
I think that's a great story.
Want to blindfold you and go 212?
I would love. Can we do something like this?
No.
No, not that fast.
Oh, okay.
Can I go 12?
Yeah, 12. That's probably better for us. And I don't know if you saw this. Kmart, at its peak, had more than 2,000 stores across the country, and that number's dropping to 3 this week.
I saw that story.
Yeah.
Did you mean to tell me there's only 3 Kmarts in all of America?
All of America. One of them still remains in Miami.
Wow.
The other 2, one is in New York, one's in New Jersey. But yeah, after this week, they're down to 3.
We used to eat at Kmart all the time as kids. We'd have their burgers and their patty melts. Oh, my
Not
mom
good, huh?
and loved their meat.
Yeah,
Like, guys, this is
Kmart
disgusting.
meat?
This is the grossest thing ever.
Kmart meat.
It was cheap. That's why we would go.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very appetizing.
No.
Yeah. All right, and that is your whacked out news.
KVJ's double your paycheck.
I love when we start off with winners, and that's what we got right now. Chris Foist of Jupiter is doubling a paycheck. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing a lot better now.
I was going to say, do you have any plans with what you're going to do with double your money on your paycheck?
I might buy some lunch for the coworkers today.
Oh, there you go. Look at him. Okay.
I love it.
I love working with somebody like Chris. Well, congratulations. Enjoy that mad cash. Okay, bud?
All right. Thanks, all.
All right. That is the first of many today. 8 more chances to double a paycheck. Happens top of every hour. If you're not signed up yet, just go to kvjshow.com and get your name in. Well, we thought just a couple of weeks ago we were getting catfished by a guy claiming that he was with the Miami Dolphins, and what do you know? It turns out he really was with the Miami Dolphins. So,
Best surprise ever.
yeah, that was pretty crazy.
It was awesome.
But we were right for being suspicious because I saw that Florida is the number 2 most catfish state in America.
I know a lot of people who've been catfished. I told you about the one friend I know who got catfished on Valentine's Day.
Dang, that's so sad.
It was sad. He took it pretty hard.
Oh, man, on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Yeah, they say there were 1,738 victims of catfishing, losing a record $70 million in 2021.
Holy moly.
And it was a big year in Florida for catfishing because that was up from $40 million. So a $30 million increase in 1 year in catfishing cases in Florida. That's insane, huh?
Did your friend give that girl any money, or it was just about love?
It was about love.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sometimes that hurts more than money.
Oh, I think it did. I think, talk about walls. That moment, without a doubt, brought some walls to that person's life.
Yeah.
I have a real tough time trusting people.
They say romance scams have become the number 1 type of fraud recorded by the FTC. Victims lost a staggering $1.5 billion in the last 5 years.
Wow.
In catfishing romance scams. How about that? California, number 1 state. And they had 184 million stolen. Florida was number 2 with 70 million. So California by far is the biggest catfish state in America. And by a lot. And they say the average victim in Florida lost $40,554 last year. Can you imagine that in 1 year losing $40,000 plus dollars?
That's insane.
Getting catfished? That is sickening. That is unbelievable stuff.
I mean, I know, like, it happens a lot, but how would somebody be able to get that much out of you before you go, wait a minute?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'd be able to part with anything over $100. As soon as this person that I had a romance with online asked me for more than $100, I'd be like, I'm out.
$40,000. That's crazy stuff. So there you go. Gotta always keep it. People want love, Virginia.
I guess.
Everybody looking for love.
Love is dead.
Gosh. Yeah. My daughter's in a panic. She really wants to go see Justin Bieber tomorrow night at FTX Arena.
Yeah.
And she can't get any of her girlfriends to agree to go with her. And she was talking to my wife. She's like, I think I might go alone. My wife's like, wait, who are you? What are you talking about? Like she's like my wife, never goes anywhere alone. and she's so desperate to see Justin Bieber. She's talking about going to the concert by herself.
Why don't you go with her? You're a believer.
I do like
You
Bieber.
and Caitlyn together.
Yeah.
Daddy-daughter concert.
Oh, that'd be fun. That would be fun. I'd like seeing Justin Bieber. I think he's a talented kid.
You've always loved the Biebs.
Yeah. Well, not always.
Except when he was peeing in
mop buckets.
Mop buckets. And
I was a little uncertain then, but yeah, he's a talented dude. But would you go to a concert by yourself?
I might. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think about whether I would, and there's really maybe only one artist I would. It'd be the Foo Fighters, and I think I would go just because I just keep avoiding them. You know, I just can't get to one of their shows.
I don't know if there are going to be any shows anytime soon.
May not be.
They're supposed to be playing Jazz Fest on May 1st.
Yeah.
And so far, they're still on the bill, but I wouldn't be surprised if they canceled that.
I haven't heard any updates, and they're just for the band's sake. There's a certain amount of time they need to just take off to make it look good.
Sure.
You know?
And probably for their own like mental state and
that's
feelings.
Aside from it not looking good. So yeah, it's a big week for stuff. You got Bon Jovi on Saturday at the Florida Live Arena. Alejandra Guzman and Paulina Rubio are playing Hard Rock Live on Saturday too. And people are saying, Kev, if you love the Latinas, you would love those two ladies.
And you do.
I do. So maybe that's a show. Screw Bieber. I'm going to go to that show. Well, Reddit was doing the unwritten rules of love making.
Ooh, let's get into it.
Yeah, I guess these are all the rules that you should know. If you don't,
you pay attention, which?
Let you know if you're doing it right or not.
Lay back, hope for it to be over. No.
Mama needs at least 5 cocktails in her belly.
Be completely hammered. Check. Lay back, don't move. Check, check. Brush your teeth, they have, as an unwritten rule of lovemaking.
That's a big one because especially if you've just eaten something, no one wants to smell your lunch.
Well, if you're eating garlic hummus and then all of a sudden we're getting down trying to explore certain parts, I don't want hummus breath.
What is your take about getting it on first thing in the morning? Do you brush your teeth first or do you hop right at it and realize you both have morning breath?
If you both are into it and both are not, because some people wake up and don't have that bad of breath. I'm not saying it's great, but it's not horrific. I am all good with getting all animalistic and getting like
right at it.
Absolutely.
Hop right to it.
If both people are into that, yeah.
Yeah. I'd had that debate with the Queen one time. I'm like, I gotta brush my teeth first thing. She's like, you're just killing the mood. Like, go right at it. I'm
Big
like,
time, killing the mood, dog. If the Queen wanted to get down, and like, hold on, babe, let me go brush my teeth. Yeah, man.
If the Queen wants to get down, you should take advantage. I mean,
now I wouldn't even get out of bed to go to the bathroom.
Look, you should just pee in the bed.
Yeah,
we all.
But that was a different time.
We all want nice breath, but there is something kind of, I don't know, fun about waking up.
Okay,
and let's just getting right at it.
Yeah.
I got an amen on that.
That's why I wondered if that was okay. It's always wondered if that was a universal rule for every occasion. Apparently, it's not.
People are set different.
Oh yeah.
Okay. A lot of it has to do with hygiene. Some of the early unwritten rules they have here: washing your privates beforehand.
I mean, do we even really need to discuss this?
Clipping your nails if you're going to explore certain areas.
Oh yeah. Don't be rounding third base if you got claws.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Make some noise, it says. It lets your partner know you're having fun.
Unless you're Virginia. Panda. Panda. Oh, yeah.
Oh, pan.
Oh, yeah.
Pan.
Hide my bushes.
If you or they fart accidentally, just move on like nothing happened. Do you agree with that unwritten rule?
No, I think that's going to be case by case. Because if the girl starts laughing, or you start laughing, there's a possible moment that could happen there. A fun moment.
Have fun with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't be selfish. Focus on pleasuring, not being pleasured.
Hear, hear.
One of the top unwritten rules.
Hear, hear.
Of love making.
But that goes for both.
Yeah.
That goes for both.
Everybody should give a little and get a little.
Yeah, or give a lot and get a lot. Don't be a DJ Khaled, as they call it.
A DJ Khaled?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the one that had that story. He did not like to.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
He didn't like. He says he doesn't do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he's gonna expect people to.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't.
Is that the hand signal for?
I was trying. I don't know. Kevin's just looking at me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Kevin's looking
For
at
favors,
me.
yeah.
So weird.
I was just trying to make sure I'm
just
figuring out what this is all
Hopefully,
about.
when you actually do it, it's not so jerky.
No, of course not. The moral of the story is don't be a DJ Khaled.
Okay.
Okay. Another unwritten rule, according to Reddit, if you can't last long, get great at other things in the bedroom.
Okay, get a couple other pitches in the arsenal, Virginia.
Okay.
It says don't try a kink without discussing it first. Don't just spring it on somebody in bed.
Yeah, all of a sudden, you're in the middle of making love to Panda. He goes, okay, I want you to diaper me and give me a baby bottle.
Surprise, here's a goat.
Yeah.
And they say respect someone's safety word.
Llama.
Okay. Unwritten rules of lovemaking. Anything missing off the list, you can let us know.
Great topic, Kev.
You got them all worked
Yeah,
up.
Bird's all into it.
You feeling better?
I feel a little better.
Yeah, you can tell. You got a little-
Ralston's hitting my button.
Yeah, okay. Do you think you can live off the land? I don't know that I could, but at least I'm aware of that. I don't think a lot of people in America are, because they did this survey of over 1,000 people, and 2/3 of them said they are confident they could live off the land if all other alternatives had become exhausted.
They have that one show, it's called Alone, and they have 12 people go out in the woods and they have to live off the land. And these are 12 people that have a background of living off the land. And even some of them have a tough time getting food and fish and birds and all that. And these are people who have trained for it.
Oh, absolutely. It'd be a challenge. That's why I think you want America, you're crazy. 2/3 are thinking that they could do this. And here's the crazy thing. People in the city were more confident in their ability than those who lived in the country.
The country has probably practically applied it.
Yes, they get what it's like to grow your food or to hunt your food, and they know. These dum-dums in the city like, oh yeah, it'd be no problem. Yeah, I could easily do it.
That one show Alone I'm talking about, the guy was struggling to find food and he made friends with the squirrel. And guess what? He had to eat the squirrel.
He ate the squirrel?
He did.
His squirrel friend?
He had to eat his,
He ate his
He
friend?
had to eat his partner, and then he had a breakdown, started crying. And he was like, I miss my friend. And then he was out. He was done. He quit the competition.
Did he
Yeah,
really?
I
That
mean,
was
duh. Number one rule, you don't eat your friend.
He was desperate.
Damn.
How about that?
Yeah.
I feel like I could definitely make a spear. And then if I had a mask, I could probably spearfish. But if I couldn't see under the water, I could not spearfish.
And let's just say that you're not even by water. You can still, have to live off the land and not be by water.
I'd be screwed. If I was just going to be a hunter, I couldn't do it. I could fish. I could not hunt.
They make those little rabbit traps, and it looks like it wouldn't hurt anything. And every time falls on that rabbit and breaks a rabbit leg or something, and that's how they get that food.
I could not hurt a squirrel. I could not hurt a little rabbit. I just would. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to make it.
You just lay down and peacefully die, huh, Virginia?
There ain't nothing peaceful about her death.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Now I'm coming.
She's a witch. Have you ever heard of a witch?
Yeah.
Perish.
It's going to be long and loud.
Yes.
Yeah, 1/3 think they could even last over a year self-sufficiently, and they are crazy.
If we got stuck together as a show, we're going to be just fine. We're going to make it. We can make it for at least 10 years as a show. I really believe that.
Dead in 2 weeks.
If we were all together, including the suits, that's 5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We eat suits first.
We do eat suits first. I'm going to fry his fingers up. If I die first off, have at it.
We eat suits in the first hour. Guys, we just started.
Grab that brick.
Oh, no. We're just kidding, Suits.
No.
Suits, we are definitely kidding.
You do look delicious, though. Yeah, I thought that was pretty crazy. Another thing was they were asking, what is something that every adult should know how to do, but many do not? And when you think about that, yeah, I mean, imagine if you ever did get into a situation where you had to live off the land. You probably should have some basic skills at directions, understanding how to find things, building a shelter.
Berry stuff with berries and things to eat, because you might want to try to eat some plant life. What if you eat poisonous berries?
No, which can't.
Lights out, Virginia.
I know. I'm scared of berries.
If you caught a fish, would you be able to get the,
Gut
everything
it?
off of it? Yeah.
I could, yeah.
Could you gut it? You can gut
I
a
could,
fish?
yeah. My dad taught me a long time ago. The first 10 are going to be a little messy, a little rough. Not good for the fish either,
yeah.
but we'll get it done.
Okay, you think you could do it and actually get some meat out of it?
Would you be able to gut a boar and then cook those meat strips?
I don't think it'd be done well, but I'd find a way around it, yeah, if I was desperate.
I mean, if you were lucky enough to get a boar, you could eat off of that for a minute.
When in doubt, you want to go, the butt area, the rib in the butt area?
I think anywhere you can get meat, you're going to go for, yeah.
All right.
Wherever you can get it.
There's going to be a point where you eat all the meat and then you eat the organs.
They do that on that show Alive. And they are so happy to
I guess you
eat
need
organs.
about everything, yeah.
Yeah, they do. They eat it all, man.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. So, yeah, I mean, the things that they say you should know how to do, cook, I think we can all at least do it. I can do enough where I could feed myself.
Definitely.
Not that helpless. They say simple sewing, like fixing a button or hemming pants. Anybody here know how to sew?
I do. My mom taught me.
I can. It's my own version. It's my own style. But we get it done.
Mine looks terrible. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not saying I'm going to win any contest.
Yeah.
Sewing is one of those things that's a skill.
You got to understand, too, I got them weak-ass hands. I got bitch-ass hands right now. And to even, I told you, I wrote you up how I had to put a button on my shorts, and it takes a while. I got a case of the shakes, I think.
Then you stabbed yourself in the penis with the needle?
I stabbed certain things. Not my penis. Not my penis, as you say.
You were probably sewing your pants while wearing them.
And the microphone.
Doing their own taxes. I mean, really, do you need to know how to do your own taxes?
Hell no. And I know people, I'm doing it myself. I want none of that. I want none of that fight.
I don't know if I agree with that one.
I don't know. The tax law changes like every few years. Really? I'm supposed to keep up with tax law? I can't handle that.
Yeah. 0 or 1.
So
I keep it straight.
too.
0 or 1.
Like some of this stuff, like, why would I even take the time to learn that? It's going to change. And I always got to be up on tax law 101.
And what the hell's FICA?
Unclog a drain. Okay. Yeah, I guess it saves money on having to get a plumber, but I just get like the liquid plumber. Yeah, that's what I
Drano
do.
works awesome.
That's all I do.
Drano and a coat hanger.
Yeah.
Drano and a coat hanger. That is the Lake Park special, but the low budget Drano.
That was our special too.
Somebody believes you should know how to replace an electrical outlet. I don't know.
I don't know about all that.
No, that doesn't seem wise.
That ain't.
I'm not here to zap myself.
No.
I'm here to eat zaps.
And something that every adult should know how to do, but many do not, change a car tire.
We all do.
Yeah,
We've done it before.
I think, sometimes they have these new fangled bolts and locks and that kind of stuff for rims. It makes it a little challenging.
The new stuff is tough. You're right.
Yeah, so there's some of that stuff. It kind of gets me down.
I don't know if I could change my new tire. My old car that I used to have, my first car, I could change that one no problem because I hit many a curb.
Yeah, and sometimes they put the tire where you have to MacGyver it off, and it's tied up there and chained. And
mm-hmm. Now, do you happen to know, because let's say you can't change a tire, because yesterday I saw a car that was on I-95, and it looked like they'd had the jack was on it, the car was jacked up, but I didn't see any tire, and there was nobody around the car, and I'm sitting there going, okay, what did they do? What's the story here? Because then I started thinking, I'm like, all right, because they're on the inside median of I-95.
Maybe somebody came and got them.
I mean, that would be the only way. Because, I mean, otherwise, what the heck are you going to do? And then let's say, you were stopped And I started thinking about this, with the Dwayne Haskins story that happened on 595.
Trying to figure out what happened.
Well, and I was just trying to think, would there ever be a situation where you might be on 95 or 595 or 195 or whatever it might be, and you need to try to get to the other side? What the heck do you do? Let's say you're trying to get, there's nobody you can call. You're trying to get an Uber even. What do you do? Would you, because like yesterday on I-95, I'm like, where would you even cross over? There's nowhere to cross.
You would have to walk to an exit and cross at an overpass.
But
I didn't even know then. How are you going to get up an overpass?
No, you just walk up.
You're on the inside.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You just broke her brain. I heard it. The whole audience heard her
That was
brain
too
break.
much, huh?
You're in the median.
Yeah.
I could get across.
You're in the median.
If I had to, I could get across both sides. If I had to.
Frogger, you'd trip.
Yeah, it's so crazy dangerous, and I can't get that story out of my head where it's like, it's just...
Was he pulled over in the median, or was he pulled over on the shoulder?
It was westbound. I don't think they have enough details yet, and they said it's going to be a little while till they get the whole thing done. But there was one guy that had seen him that I think called and said, hey, some guy's trying to cross over 595, and it looks dangerous.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what you would do.
For $1 million, they said, Ralston, you got to get across both sides and make it alive. You get $1 million. You'd be able to nail it. You'd be able to do it. It's not. No one's recommending anybody.
There are
to do
different
it.
times a day where there's no way you could.
He's right.
Different times a day. There's no way you could.
There's
make
no
it.
gap.
Yeah.
It never stops.
Yeah. There's no way you'd make it.
I always believe there's a small gap. Always.
I don't know.
All right.
I think you'd be there unless there was an accident before, and then you'd have a clear break, but then you'd have to get across the other side. And I do not recommend it. It's one of the most dangerous things you could do because people do not care. They'd be like, boing, they'll go right over you.
Well, they won't see you.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Before they're on top of you, they didn't even see you.
Yeah.
Would you do that? It's 5:00 traffic. They said, Kevin, we'll give you $10 million if you can get across the entire 595. Would you even think about attempting that?
I'd take a quick look, but then I'd probably be like, it can't be done. I just don't know that it can be done. It's sometimes during the day. There's just never a break in traffic where you'd be able to make it. There's no way I'd be going out in the middle and standing there and hoping cars don't clip me.
Sorry,
no way.
I've been watching The Sopranos and I watched Tombstone last night. I'm just kind of
So you're kind of bold.
Kind of
today.
feeling tough right now.
Yeah, you're kind of feeling unstoppable right now. Okay. Really good, valuable information as we were talking about. The highway situation. If you ever break down on I-95, 595, or any of the 95s, and imagine if you find yourself in the inner side, the median, don't try getting across that road. Sadly, we had a very tragic story that happened on Saturday. It still makes me sick to my stomach. And if Dwayne Haskins would have known, you can call FHP star 347 when you're on any Florida state highway to get road rangers to come and help you. So our taxes pay for the service, so it's no extra cost to have them show up. Caitlin was saying in our chat room, so that's a really valuable thing to know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so do not try to ever cross one of those roads should you find yourself on the inner side.
Just stop.
Yeah.
Think.
Yeah.
Nothing is more important than you coming out of whatever this dramatic situation is alive.
So true.
You really got to stop and think it through.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be impulsive.
Yeah.
I love your words of safety.
No, that's what Virginia is.
It's so nurturing.
Except you. You need to be impulsive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Today is kind of a big day, too. If you love the grilled cheese, this would be a great day for you.
It is National Grilled Cheese Day.
Wow.
It's going to be my thought of the day, Virginia. Is that what we're doing right now?
Yeah, we can do that.
Thought of the day. I figured, you know what? Let's dedicate it to all the grilled cheese lovers in the chat room. I know you're a grilled cheese lover.
I am a passionate grilled cheese lover.
Well, this quote of the day is through song.
Okay.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I am a grilled cheese lover. I am a grilled cheese lover. Everybody loves grilled cheese, grilled cheese, grilled cheese. So cheesy. Everybody loves grilled cheese, grilled cheese, grilled cheese. Who loves grilled cheese? Ooh, I do. I love the bread, the butter, and the cheesy goo. Grilled cheese is better than love bacon, especially when you make it with bacon. I love my bread and I love my Velveeta. I love my bacon, so you better call Pita. I testify and I raise my hand to the frying pan, cause I'm a grilled cheese man. Everybody loves grilled cheese, grilled cheese, grilled cheese. So cheesy. Everybody loves grilled cheese. Grilled cheese, grilled cheese. So cheesy.
All right, there you go. That's a thought for you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is. All right, After the Show podcast is going to be coming up here in just about 10 or 15 minutes. You can catch it live on YouTube or on demand wherever you get your podcasts, including Spotify and the WRMF app. And we are just about 6 minutes away from calling out another name to double your paycheck. Congrats again to Chris Foist of Jupiter that doubled his paycheck less than an hour ago. We're doing it top of every single hour through 5 p.m. today.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.